All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with a new series. We're going to be resuming our Aether Iron playthrough. If you haven't watched the previous video, feel free to. It is on YouTube, or will be on YouTube. I don't know if it currently is. I don't remember what I've done. Sorry. But yeah, we're going to be jumping back in where we last left off. Now, the game is supposed to have controller support. However, the controller support is really bad. Like, it's almost unusable, if I'm being honest.
I can last one more day.
How can I help?
You've been in the lowers a while now. Can't imagine it stacks up to what you're used to.
Well, it's different. I've experienced culture shock before, when I went from the uppers to live in the heights, but it wasn't quite like this.
Like what, exactly?
Everything's darker. There's
Yeah.
so much smoke, and all the islands are just smushed together. You
Smushed
can barely
together.
even see the sun. Even the food tastes different. Maybe it's the brand, or the ingredients? I asked Pier 6 if they could bring some uppers candy in, but the import fees are unbelievable.
You said without your notes you'd have to start over.
It's going. Slower than I'm used to, between the lack of equipment and the lack of data. But I'm making progress. I'll still need a proper lab. Can you believe the whole never used agricultural testing? No wonder the radish farm closed.
Somehow, I doubt it was high on the old Baron's list of priorities.
Okay,
Let me
so
know
we've
if there's
asked those
anything
two
I can do to help.
questions. Well, you're gonna have to come with me. For the mission. So, yeah. I don't know why I need this open.
Hi, Gia.
You've been in the lowers a while. Like what,
Yeah,
exactly?
this is the
Everything's
same
even the
thing, but we
food
need...
tastes- Goodbye for
Okay.
now.
Good day,
So,
miss.
like...
These
were
are the
you-
same moments, so whatever.
And what
I
brought you
don't
to
care
our
what
winces?
you...
You salt. I'm just having...
Long time ago.
You
I skip
enjoy
it fully? Come
captaining
on.
Miss my job. Sure, miss. It's a wonder an old swab like me ever got to fly.
Yeah?
I know.
Bye, fuck off. Okay. Vroom. Now arriving at First Point Ferry. Okay, so we need to go, what? Barge pickup?
The barge we're using is a rusted corpse left on the side of the road, half buried in trash and waiting for someone to put it out of its misery. Two figures wave us into the shadows.
Do they?
Chris, you brought her along?
Watch tone, Alex. She does good work. You even said so.
One good deed means little. I hope you're right about her.
You know I can hear you right.
Ugh, don't mind him. Hi, honey. It's good to see you again.
We ready to go?
Here, grab this morning. Plates, tags, all good. Had the permission papers drafted in the archive. Should pass at a glance.
You two are a long way from home. How'd you get roped into this?
We need to do something. This is how we make things better.
His wife's earnest response freezes the snide remark lurking on his tongue.
They do the same for us. Even if not, they don't deserve to be there. Simple as that.
Fair enough.
How'd you nick a whole barge out of White Street?
We took it off a driver who parks near the free home. He likes a drink before his shift.
He's
Gotcha.
still asleep. We finish this right, he'll never know the thing was gone.
If we finish it wrong, well...
Press, time to go.
Get back safe. We'll bring everyone home.
Thank you, and you too. Be safe, please. We don't need anything happening to the both of you.
They unveil a hatch behind a pile of dirt and steel. Within seconds, they're gone.
Gia.
Most of the time, Cress has a hardened shell, prickly to some, impenetrable to most, built to protect against the world. She turns to me, defenses up, but a vulnerable seriousness radiating from her.
I'm not leaving those people stuck in that hellhole. You're running interference. I need you to get me there and get us all out again. If anyone sees us, it could blow the whole thing.
Don't worry, Cress. I'm on the clock.
I got this. I got this, bro. Wait, so I have to go back that way? Okay. Alright, we're gonna get stopped here.
For smooth sailing, but the lone guardsman up ahead poses a problem. He's bored, waving his gun around like a toy, looking for anything to make the night more exciting. He spots me.
Hello, friend. How are you?
Damn it. I can see the barge moving up the ledge of the island, nearly within sight of the guard post. I have to keep the heat off us.
Oh, that's why I wanted me to have the cigars. Okay. Whoops. Well, I could have had the cigars making my life easier, but, you know.
I'm no damsel, but I do my best impression. I mess my hair, widen my eyes, and drive up to the guard. Sir, help. They're after me. Bandits, thugs, evil men.
Ruffians.
Behind me. I only just escaped. The guard shoots me a grin more bloodthirsty than reassuring. He thanks me before sprinting off to rain vengeance on my imaginary attackers.
Nice work.
Cool, cool. Nice. Surprise encounter. Fuck.
A sudden inferno catches my eye. The glint of polished boots and oiled rifles reflect the devilish light as White Street thugs ransack a storefront on fire, its wares spilling into the street.
Fuck.
Find the contraband! Find the traitor!
A shopkeep steals away from a back window,
We need to
carrying
ignore
a
it.
bulging sack over his shoulder. His leg catches the sill, and he falls to his face. Guards are rounding the corner, seconds away from spotting him. Cress, I might have to make a detour.
What's wrong?
I have to help someone. Won't take more than a minute.
That's gonna bring more hit. Okay.
A nearby drawbridge, kept up by a jumble of cabling and rusted struts, hangs precariously near the soldiers' cars. My pistol's already in my palm when I spot the single support cable keeping the whole thing from crashing down. I fire. Like a complex symphony, the cable snaps and unleashes a serenade of screeching metal. Whizzing wire, clanking counterweights, whirling gears, groaning supports, and a crescendo of a crashing bridge.
A crescendo.
The guards run to their crushed rides, and the man makes his getaway into the night.
Damn it, Gia. I can hear that from here. We don't need any extra heat.
I got -2 on that heat. Fuck off. Yeah, heat 2. I lost heat. Wait, what? Could have sworn I lost heat on
I
that.
load
But
my car onto the barge and take over at the helm. Garbage day has no exceptions in White Street. We arrive right on schedule and the guards wave us through without a second glance. An enormous inverted headstone. The tomb is a grave marker for hope. The only way out is down. Nothing and no one gets out, unless they're dropped to the earth thousands of feet below. The clock ticks. Cress and I wait in a darkened bank of smoke and cloud. 10 minutes late.
They'll show up. Just watch for their signal.
I massage pins and needles out of my thighs while we sit, unmoving. It's only a matter of time before someone comes around to ask questions.
Cress, get down!
Cress ducks under the dash while a massive shadow swoops alongside us. A groaning barge burdened with thousands of pounds of waste, driven by a man oblivious to our cold sweat.
Hey there, slow day, huh?
Yeah, just waking myself up.
Hey, oh, I get it. Nobody's busting you for taking a 5. I was just taking a break myself. Mind if I join you?
Something shines in the darkness behind him. The signal? My heart's in my ears as I figure out how to move the barge captain along.
Get rid of him.
Oh.
Word of advice. I spotted officers circling the area. They won't take kindly anyone slacking on duty.
Intelligence officers? Here! You're pulling my leg. It's been quieter than a cemetery.
Just up on the east ledge. Probably planning a surprise inspection. I'd beat it.
Good tip. Take care, friend. They'll ticket you for anything. Dirty magazines, parking, painting your neighbor's dog green.
The barge pulls away and Cress unhides herself while I hunt for the glint of signal light.
The Tom improve. Okay, so we got... Oh, God.
Cress, there's the chute. A pencil-sized light in the mouth of darkness. Adrenaline and hope are the only things keeping the Aetherians from losing what precious grip they've got on that chute.
That's them. Go!
Wait, searchlights first.
Good, good.
The barge is a heavy dance partner, but with me leading, she moves with the grace of a ballerina. We leap from shadow to shadow, dodging out of sight until we land near the chute. We pull up on the tomb and look up into the darkness like gravediggers plundering the ancient world. Except the weathered limbs, calloused fingers, and gaunt faces in this sarcophagus are very much alive, waiting for us with anxious vitality. Get in!
On it! Lucy, help Owen down!
I don't know how long they were clinging to the chute, but I hear relieved groans and shouts as several bodies thump onto the bed of the barge.
Thank you, miss. Any later and we would have been grounded.
Don't thank me yet. We still need to get clear. Cress, where are we heading?
Far bank. Good job keeping him off us, Randazzo.
The tomb's guards buzz around looking for us like angry wasps defending their hive, but we're safe from their stingers. For now. We ditch the barge at the harbor, hustle the Aetherians into our cars, and make tracks.
That's what we gotta do. Oh God, we gotta get all the way there. Ugh.
Here!
Cress
Oh wow,
points
we
to
got
a
there
wall
pretty
with
easily.
Nothing but discarded machinery. But then, I see it. A small Aetherian symbol. The hidden door opens before I finish hiding the cars. Paupers must be watching.
Gia, no matter what, stick close. I mean it.
Where are you taking us?
Home.
Cress is my only point of reference as we navigate the Undercity. A maze that winds and bends in the dark blue light flittering through gaps in the brick and machinery. We reach an unmarked door.
Watch your eyes.
Okay. Why am I watching my eyes?
A hidden cityscape, bathed in aether light and rhythmic machine sounds, spreads out before me. I exhale an appreciative whistle while I blink the dots from my eyes.
Not what you were expecting?
This
Not at all.
is amazing.
So we finished graveyard shift.
We've had a few decades to figure it out.
Long embraces, teary faces, and inside jokes coax tired laughter out of the Aetherians as they reunite with their friends and families. I can't remember the last time I talked to my folks like that. Not since Zio died. The tomb had aged them, but the promise of safety rolled back the years, returning them and their loved ones to better times. You all right?
I'm better off than them. They've escaped the tomb, but they're still prisoners. We'll have to beg another Baron to take their contracts. And then this whole thing starts over.
You got them out, Cress. Everyone got to walk away. Sometimes that's the best outcome.
It shouldn't be.
Cress?
Hey, is Owen settling in okay?
Yes, thanks to you. He'll be fine. We all will. But, I'm actually here to tell you Iron Hand's looking for you.
The Aethoniers around us stare sympathetically. Some even shrink away with looks of guilt.
Gia, I have to deal with this. If I'm lucky, it won't take long. Stay here.
Okay. I don't like the looks of that, but...
The cold, barren walls, rich smell of oil, and familiar clank of tools quickly announce this building's purpose. A garage like this is a smuggler's best friend. Nondescript, affordable, and discreet.
Okay. So we want to upgrade the vehicle. We don't need to repair the vehicle, we just need to upgrade the vehicle. Oh, we can buy vehicles, but... Ooh. I'm too broke for that. How much money I got? Got $29! It was only 29 cents. You gotta let me... Okay, game just broke for a second. Okay. Exit. Do I have the Gatling gun? When in doubt, Gatling gun it out, you know? Yeah, I want to put a gun in there. I don't know why it won't let me put a gun there, but, you know, fuck it, whatever. I just want to upgrade the vehicle.
I hear Alexander and Maria's voices drift over from the shop. Despite their hushed tones, it's not hard to guess the source of their concern.
Not good. They need food, bandages, water, but we're stretched so thin as it is.
It can't be helped. They're family. We'll find ways to survive. It's what we do.
I never wanted to bring our child into a world like this. I didn't want them to just survive. I wanted more. Better than what we have.
Lexi, we'll get through this. We're going to make a better world together. For all three of us. We still have options. Don't give up hope yet.
Alexander rests his head on his wife's shoulder. They're lost in a few moments of peace. Just the three of them. Whether it's the quiet or the exhaustion, there's no anger when my presence intrudes.
Topsider, you pulled through.
You're welcome.
Thank you, truly. When we lost them, we almost... You
Panicked?
don't know how many spirits you've lifted. Thank you.
I'm glad I could help.
Don't worry about it. It's part of the job.
You'd be surprised how many people won't even do that much for us. You could have overcharged us or backed out, but you didn't. You treated us like any other client.
Maria lets out a yawn deep enough to betray several sleepless nights. You folks look like you could use some rest.
Rest? Who has time for rest? The Terriers say double shifts will end when the war ends. It's been this way for years.
It didn't used to be this bad, even for White Street. But after the bombing at Santa Anita, the priorities changed.
Michelin took off the sheepskin, that's what changed. He was looking for an excuse to go back to war and dragged us with him.
Uh-oh, that's bad.
White Street's always been a powder keg. Can't imagine it any different down here.
You think Terriers, contracts, and long hours are new to us? We're taught the terms from birth, but it used to be livable here. Clean water, islands that didn't flip barrens every few months. We took care of ourselves.
Even topsiders were friendlier. There was this one older lady, owned a pool. Sometimes she'd let Lexi and I go at night.
Maria?
And swim. We could keep the lights off and no one knew we were there. She died not too long ago.
Oh
The
no.
owner tried to report us first time we showed up. It doesn't matter. The space was requisitioned for military purposes sometime later.
I overheard you talking. Something about making a better world? That made ripples in whatever bubble of peace they had. A subtle glance, a flash of worry, and silent debate passes between the two of them before the tension drains.
You see how we live? Our children shouldn't know how to use a wrench before they know how to walk. I want to teach a child more than taking apart generators. How to make music, how to swim, how to wind skip.
Do you remember when you taught Kelly's boy how to skip stones? You two stayed up all night.
That boy, clumsy but determined. Couldn't get more than 2 bounces no matter what I taught him.
That's cute.
I reach into my pocket and pick out a few flat stones. I make sure there's eye-catching patterns and colors, the kind I would have snapped up as a kid. Here, blue ones from the burrows. Could probably spin a story off that.
Skipping stones. You keep these on hand?
I like to have them handy, just in case. Alexander smiles softly, holding my gaze as he pockets the stones like he's handling a wrapped parcel.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I want to give storage, but I don't have anything to sell at the moment. Well, shit. See, a lot of these would be nice, but I don't have the money for it, so.
Aethaniers start young. They learn to take your car apart long before they develop their whitewashed eyes.
Anything else to look at? Oh.
A pitter-patter of coins clink across the metallic streets. I watch as a group of Aethaniers take turns pitching coins at a tiny basket on the wall.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Room for another? Despite a flicker of wariness, my arrival with Cress must have bought me enough goodwill. I get calls for good luck as I line up my shot. Like a bolt from Zeus, my coin hits the basket dead on. I get a clap on the shoulder and a hat's worth of winnings.
Noise. I don't think there's anything
Aethaniers
else.
start young.
The negotiations were making progress. You must be Giovanna. Gia, I'm told you prefer. Sam Lowe, president of the Undercity League.
The so-called rats might get looked down on, but even the barons had to pretend to play nice with the Undercity League. Samuel Ironhand Lowe represented every Aethanier in New York.
I have to thank you. You kept our Cressa alive today.
He sticks out his hand to shake. A genuine smile follows. The man's warm, inviting. A memory of Pop showing us our new sweaters on Christmas morning floats up from the recess of my mind. Surprised you know me. What have you heard? My name's taken some hits. Depending on your racket, it's usually passed around either with caution or horror. He turns towards me, thumbing his suspenders, and gives me his whole attention.
Good things. Our friends Alexander and Maria, and Cress here too, describe you as someone to rely on.
That's nice of it.
His eyes drape over me like a warm blanket, wrapping me in an understanding look. He knows. He knows all of it.
This city is filled with stories, Gia. I've heard them all. What I've found is that the only ones worth paying attention to are those happening right now. And your story right now is quite exciting.
What's the Undercity League doing in White Street?
Negotiation. White Street's been so busy with their war that they've neglected their duties. Eli is still obligated to provide every basic necessity to his Aether engineers.
Your negotiations have gone nowhere, Ironhand. The shortages, the imprisonments, the terriers having free reign over contracts. You're begging for scraps.
Don't downplay our progress now. More food, medicine, and parts. Even some years shaved off contracts. Negotiations might not be as flashy as a prison break, but they make a difference.
You didn't see them in the tomb. They couldn't wait.
And now how many more will be rounded up, locked away? How many terriers will be down here intruding in your lives, looking for those you freed? Adding more years to contracts. Eli is not made of stone. Even he's capable of compassion. He could have been talked into seeing his judgment was too hasty. Now he'll harden himself.
You give him too much credit.
He will regard every one of us as a potential accomplice.
He's never gonna change his mind. No matter how much ass you kiss. He was stringing you along. You're still just a rat. We're all just rats.
I am certain your friend here, even in her line of work, is familiar with making compromises with the Barons in order to succeed.
A Baron will try to pull one on you every chance they get. It's in their nature. We don't do ourselves any favors playing by rules they just laugh at.
I have this argument with someone regularly. I'll tell you what I tell him. You can't make a car fly with a cracked engine.
I've got a roll of tape that says otherwise. But I know, life's not a car. Even if it'd be easier if it worked like one.
But what's done is done.
Yep.
Cress, I may not agree with your methods, but thank you. Thank you for helping them escape. I will take care of the rest.
What are you going to do? Eli's probably heard about the prison break by now. He's probably got patrols up and down the barony looking for them.
What I do best, negotiate. Our newly liberated friends will need new homes, quickly. I know barons who will buy the contracts. People who are not unreasonable. But Cress, next time remember, there is always a risk when you charge at the Lion's Head.
With that, the venerable Iron Hand leaves us, sharing friendly smiles and kind words with those he passes. Cress, on the other hand, goes slack.
Look at them. They believe every word of it. That this time the negotiations will work. They shouldn't have that hope.
You all right, Cress? That didn't
You
seem like
alright,
the first
Chris?
time you've gotten a talking to.
Iron Hand's not a bad guy.
He's just worried about the
Honestly,
people.
he
on the other
overworks himself, trying to keep the rest of us afloat. I understand it, but he makes it hard to argue back.
The more I look at Cress, the more I see the sway on her feet, the way she keeps massaging around her prosthetic limb. Either the job or the chat with Iron Hand was catching up to her. Ready to head back?
Not yet. I want to stop off at the Department of Contracts.
All right.
Cress walks me through a door that smells of old paper and cooling coffee, and I double take. Above packed shelves and harried archivists, I see a sky of stained glass and stars made up of winking aether light. From the way Cress basks under its light, I doubt we're here to thumb through records. Madonna.
Madonna?
What's that for?
Stargazing.
Like a
Come
virgin?
on. Take a load off. The light's hitting the glass just right today.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a
Let's
pretty
look at
wide
the
selection
books.
of modern history on this shelf. Funny, I never thought of Aethoniers as studious types.
Might as well
Yet
read
the
them.
Crusades' origins were born from a perspective of well-meaning naivete, a concerted initiative from those barons in the uppers seeking to bring charity aid to those properties they had left behind during their upward climb. For this reason, some accounts depict the Crusades as necessary growing pains for the burgeoning social strata. Whitewashing, it's not just for picket fences.
Sadly.
Stealing hearts and bases, the rise of the 35 New York bandits. A true David and Goliath story in our modern time. Nobody could have predicted the meteoric rise of the scrappy bandits during the 1935 season after a dismal showing in the previous year. The uppers owned New York Gothams had the funding and the star players, but they lacked that crucial ingredient that pushed the bandits over the edge. Heart. I remember every play. That was one hell of a series. Trespasser of Nature. how New York beat the hurricane. And while Hurricane Bedford ravaged the eastern seaboard without mercy or compunction, flattening all in its path with countless casualties, as well as incurring millions in property damage, the people of the uppers simply turned up their nose and threw money at the problem, deciding once and for all that the problems of Earth were only for the earthbound. While seawater devastated and flooded the landlocked masses below, citizens of both the lowers and uppers were more or less insulated from the ravages of the weather phenomenon, passing harmlessly beneath the skybound colonies. Maybe the lowers weren't hit directly, but I saw lines for clean water circling the block, a gap-toothed child with a starvation-distended belly. Men knife. That's about enough of that.
Yep.
This show
More
has a few
books.
Toil and Trouble, an examination of the water waste war.
Water waste war, damn.
There was no doubt after peace-loving, clean street Caesar, the early career of Eli Tillinghast. Though criticized, I closed the heavy.
I just want to
tome
see if
and
there's an
picked up
achievement
the
for
dense
clicking the
collection
books.
of
I've
Tillinghast's
lost interest in the
memoirs.
books. So,
Dry as anything.
so many
My
books to
eyes
look
skimmed
at.
a series of types. Strasbourg. Despite his person, I'm sure Strasbourg and
The reason why I'm clicking the
early
books
same as it ever was.
is
All
because
the
when you
colors of the
sometimes when you
rainbow.
read them in these types of
While
games,
the vast majority
they'll
of
open
Aether
up
scientists
paths
agree
in
that
your like
theoretical
choices.
colored aethers are nothing more than or, as it turns out, a whole lot sooner.
So just in case.
No understand. I spy a collection of volumes. Conover Place, a nice place to lurk. When my folks got our contracts moved here from Pendleton Rock, 1932. This one hasn't aged well. The bones of My father worked this. Lots of talk about the ghosts in the pipes. Unable to find a common. After 18 weeks, Dr. Fisher himself was. This stuff goes on forever.
Yeah, only problem about
Behind
this
that
is it just adds
propaganda
lore.
Star Scoop and wowza.
And lore is not a
Apollo?
bad thing.
Magazine? What is this?
Star Scoop, May 9th. Apollo, despite that sharp.
Yet another article on that app.
Star Scoop, July 9th. Apollo's a good. Apollo Diamond?
Hey, college girl. We've got more important.
Too much drama.
Alright, I think
San
I've clicked all of
Francisco
them.
doesn't look that far away.
Alright, we talked
Press
to Cress.
claims the spot like it's a regular perch at a bar. I follow her lead. Never thought I'd be stargazing indoors.
Yeah, well, you get used to doing those things indoors. When terriers and barons keep hammering you back down.
That's
They
fair.
think if they keep the sky away, you stop looking up. So, we brought the sky to us.
Eli destroyed every theater and speakeasy years ago.
That's sad.
I remember when the last vaudeville theater went up in flames. Surprised he left all this.
You think a baron cares about what happens down here? This place's been around long before Eli set up his sanitation brigade.
How long's that?
Four score and 17 years
Sometime like
ago.
Old Stone?
It was a memory burned into the minds of every New Yorker. An Aether photographed as they jumped from an island on fire. The island sank. Thousands died. Fleeing rats were blamed. The rest is history. Reminds me of nights on the roof with Zio.
You could see stars in the burrows?
No,
Sometimes.
this was later. I just found this little apartment. Remember, what's his name? The Baron who only wore red? He called himself something.
Mr. Love ran the gentleman's quarter. That barony's out south now, I think.
Ugh, slimy bastard. So, I just moved in. Zio comes by, brings a 30-year-old bottle of whiskey from who knows where. Talks about that time he got stranded in the Russian wilderness running guns in the Great War.
I like that story.
He always said the stars brought him home.
You really think he outran a bear at the end?
Maybe.
Did it matter? Every time he came home, his stories make comic books feel like reading a technical manual. Like I was out in the world with him. Cress stares upward into the faux night sky, her pale eyes darting from star to star.
I miss his stories about the constellations. He knew them all.
Or at least pretended to know them all.
You're into the constellations?
There's a lot about me you don't know. My parents taught me. We used to have an undersky like this on my old island, built by a hobby astronomer, obsessed with capturing every constellation. Ursa, Canis, Calliope. Those were my bedtime stories. Argo was my favorite. A ship built perfectly to explore the whole world. A machine that never failed.
She rubs her arm where rat engineering bonds iron with flesh. Her eyes are fixed on the lights above. So, this prison break. This the type of work you do when you're not at the garage?
Sometimes. It can't be all roadside repairs and repulsor changes.
And that sponsor?
I can't tell you that, Gia. Not yet.
Oh. Did I do it? I have no bonuses. Let it go.
I've seen skyscrapers with more bend than Cress. I let the question lie for now. Cress reaches over and grabs my arm.
Watch. Here it comes.
A whole new world, don't you dare close your eyes. A whole new place in time of you. You just fast forward this part, mate. I don't care enough. What am I looking at? Oh, it's done.
It's always beautiful. Every time.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
There's real hope out there, Gia. There are people out there who are changing things, fighting back against the Barons. This was only a small part.
Fighting Barons will get you shot, Cress. There's enough tragedies in the lowers to fill stacks of tawdry magazines. They usually end with, they died doing the right thing.
You said it yourself. You don't win against the Barons by playing by the rules. Hey, Gia. Thanks. I know you're really just looking to polish your rep, but you did good today.
Look, you've done me a lot of favors lately. With the past year, with my car, and with Zio. This was the least I could do.
Don't get mushy on me. Anyway, we should get back.
Okay, fair enough. Can we leave this shithole? So basically it's like, oh, okay, if you need to,
New York's
hold on
many
some
pubs
heat.
and bars have been a good friend to smugglers since Baron Eli's failed experiment with alcohol prohibition. And while the booze is flowing again, some have kept their various bolt holes and hideaways available for the odd outlaw on the lam from the local authorities.
Fair enough.
If you don't mind stamping feet and loud music, a pub isn't the worst place I can imagine to lie low and wait for the heat to clear. It's almost refreshing, once you get used to it.
You know what? Fuck it. 9.
I'd say the place had been picked clean, but there's nothing clean about it.
I mean, I knew I was gonna fail it, so... I don't know why we have to come here. It doesn't have the marker, but whatever.
It's always laundry day in the Raymond district. Sheets quiver around me like phantoms as I look for a ghost from my past. Needles Portnoy, a smuggler I have every kind
Needles.
of history with. Let's get this over with. Cress, know where I can find him?
He's set up in the apartments. Should be around if he's not running a job. Or out on delivery.
Needles always had a head for business. Used to tell me it kept his family happy. Made him look respectable when a smart mouth came up short.
So, this smuggler Needles, is he like you? Is he the Stormlord to your Cloud Captain, or is it the other way around? And
Really?
is he called Needles because he...
You're overthinking it, kid. He's a tailor. He'd sooner stick you with words than get blood on his tools.
Oh, That doesn't sound too bad then.
Bad enough. Just don't let yourself get suckered by a laugh and a pair of pretty blue eyes.
Okay. Damn, there's a lot of stuff to search here.
With all the laundries, fabric mills, and tailors in one spot, the island could have been a fashion powerhouse under any other barony. White Street keeps its styles strictly utilitarian.
Okay, hold on.
White Street finds a lithe footstep. A soft breeze runs through the line.
We stole some
I follow the line to a rusty old crank and give it a spin. It's a shopkeep with glassy, placid orbs dodges the question and mutters how he must be around here somewhere.
Who?
Portnoy Tailoring. It was a... Ammonia permeates the atrium, like a bad memory threatening to spill from an overfull basin. I step into a darkened alcove to catch a breath near a lethargic fan. Strange. I spare a wandering eye to look past the slow-moving metal blades and see a steaming coffee and half-eaten meal on the table next to a radio.
Boss, can you hear me? Get out! The toaster and the oven shut. Boss, they've taken the second...
I'm too busy listening with my ear against the door. I don't notice a growling coming from...
12.
My reflexes kick in without thought. I dive behind a low concrete wall, thick enough to stop rifle rounds. A sleek black coupe screams away down the street, the short barrel of a Tommy gun disappearing back into its passenger window. An irregular line of fresh holes dot the side of an upper floor apartment. Just above where I was looking, I wonder if they found their mark. The bullet holes pierced into the brick of the upper floor apartment look, from the street, like they spell out an expletive. Probably a warning. I climb the apartment stairs until I reach an open doorway. Leaning against the frame is a weasel of a man, shakily searching his pockets.
Can't be them, can it? They just...
He looks up as I approach. His face twists into a categorically false grin. I can almost see the slime dripping from his teeth.
Well, who's this? Must be my lucky day. Are you here for merchandise?
Watches that fell off the back of a truck, I take it?
You've got me all wrong, miss. I run a legitimate business here.
Uh-huh.
Well, if that's not what you're here for, then what are you here for?
I look him over. The grin is a constant on his face, but his hands rifle through his pockets, like they're looking for a lighter to burn a smoke he doesn't have. The edge of his hairline glistens with sweat. I saw a car drive by a few minutes ago. A few slugs tried to fill my dance card. But I'm guessing you're on the list to that particular soiree.
Who knows? All kinds of lunatics out there on the streets. Hey, did you get a look at the driver?
The laugh never meets his eyes. I can't say I did. Business partner of yours?
No, nothing like that.
He pauses and scans me toe to head. I half expect some greasy catcall before his eyes fix on the hard-learned lesson etched between my neck and temple.
Pardon my saying, but you've got a look about you. I don't suppose you're looking for work.
What kind?
I've got a little giggle water taking up space. It's already bought and paid for, just needs delivering. There'd be a chunk of the proceeds in it for you, of course.
I could be convinced.
Where's the drop-off? Could be I'm headed that way.
There's a little place in the commercial district. Has a back room that always needs stocking.
Eli keeps an iron grasp on liquor in White Street. Something about rusting the machine, turning good men into liabilities. So, legitimate restaurants cook more than meals to hide their back alley income.
I'd bet you know it. Comfortolas.
Huh. Best veal parmigiani in town. Never pegged it for a speakeasy, but I haven't been in a while.
Makes sense.
Sure is. Just ask for the cannoli. If he asks
The
what
cannoli?
kind, tell him porchetta. That'll get you in. If you're headed that way.
Porchetta cannoli? Ugh, that better just be a password. Otherwise, it's a crime against Sicily.
Oh boy.
So what's the rub? The holes in your wall don't draw a picture of safety.
Oh, that? You know how it is. All kinds of danger out there.
He's lying through his teeth.
Eight. Yeah, I got it, barely.
Listen, friend. I don't need to help you, but I do need to know the truth. Why me? I'm sure you have a regular delivery boy. That was the right question. His lip twitches and he takes a deep breath.
Well,
He got popped.
that shipment didn't exactly make it there. My usual driver's gone up and disappeared with it. Or without it. And I got a hunch that maybe I'm being watched.
I'd say, judging from the festive wreath of bullet holes decorating your apartment, that it's gone past watching.
Yeah, probably just whitecaps trying to send a message.
If they were after you, why wouldn't they just come break down your door?
Beats me. Look, all I know is Comfortola paid up weeks back, and I don't want to lose a good customer. Think you can handle it?
Fair enough.
Running booze for some back alley yegg. Feels almost like the old days when I was just starting out. But a job's a job, and I'm in no place to turn down money on the table. What's my cut?
Comfortola always tips well. He knows it's part of the arrangement.
That's...
Look, I don't know you from Adam. I'm going to need payment up front as a sign of good faith.
All right, I can't afford to lose a good customer. Cash up front, and you'll get your tip besides.
Okay, fair enough. Deal.
It's a deal then. I'll get the booze to Confortolas.
I knew you were the right sort. Are you ready now?
It might be worth preparing first. You can never tell what you might run into on the road. Ready as I'll ever be.
Here's your front. Get there quick. The booze...
It'll get there.
I should level the characters. How many points do we have? We have one. Smooth talking. Red rockin'. Okay, cool. So where do I have to take this booze to? Looks like I gotta take it there. Wait. Let's track down needles, so hold on. There's
I lock
needles.
sight with blue eyes. Each creep.
Surprise, motherfucker!
The wind hits me with something nostalgic. The smell of a shared cigarette on a street corner. The taste of citrus soap along his neck. Curtained by a sheet of laundry.
Damn.
I didn't think I still missed that crooked face. Needles is a sight better without the bandages, but instead of a grin, there's a scar that twists like ivy as he glares me down.
Grass, what's this, business? Or you here playing peacekeeper?
Yeah, it's business. But she's the one you gotta talk to. I'm here to make sure you don't shoot each other first.
No, not here.
Gunfire offends the neighborhood, but I'm not 8-shot.
I grit my teeth. Needles never needed his 38 to make a shot. Didn't come looking for a fight, Needles. Faster we talk, faster you get back to hawking counterfeit bags. Needles' mouth twists, but he doesn't draw.
Who's this?
Hello, I'm Dr. Eleanor Reinhardt. Pleasure to meet you. Gia said you were a past colleague of hers.
Colleague?
I
That what she
love her.
tell you? 8-shot also tell you?
Hey, Needles, you're talking to me. Nellie, give us a minute. Won't take long. We're given space. I almost regret it. Steps apart, but it feels like there's a hole in the world between Needles and me.
What the hell do you want, 8-shot? Didn't do enough damage last time? Come back for more?
Nice to see you too, Needles. Though this stench is making me question coming down here. I don't know how you stand it.
It's good for my complexion.
A hollow howl whips through the laundry tower behind us, filling the emptiness Needles and I share. I'm going to have to just rip off the bandage and ask him. Piotr, I'm here to cash in that favor you owe me. I need a
Oh
job.
boy.
No. I see how it is. Rosie and Gil are gone, so I'm your only contact. Usually I'd love to clear a tab, except you nearly got me killed last time. Favors canceled.
Blah blah blah. Bitch, bitch, bitch. This guy complains a lot.
You want a name that doesn't care about life debts instead?
You should have stayed away. I don't need more ghosts haunting me.
His eyes pinch, seconds away from slamming the door and walking out of my life a second time, until something catches him. Half a minute passes before he exhales.
Good job, though. Okay, I have something. But after this, we're through. There's this big White Street reception for the Barony bigwigs.
Uh-oh.
We play dress up, sneak in, grab some documents, get out. No one puts on a second face like you.
Okay.
This like the Peacock show? Ugh, that dress pinched. I barely fit into it.
Pinched? It fit perfect. Until someone decided to stash some pricey bottles under it.
Who downed half the bottle on the way home?
Hey, I deserved it. Those clowns had knives. Ripped my new suit. Had to throw it out. Anyway, this time we'll be dressed as White Street officers. No pinching.
Fair.
You don't think your mug's trusty enough to pull it off alone?
Don't kid. You know you always look sharper in uniform. I need someone to watch my back. Whitecaps are hawks.
Again, we're interrupted by the low howl of the laundry and the snapping of clothes held captive by the breeze. Too many lonely nights imagining this conversation run through my head. None are helpful. We haven't talked since that day with Zio. I still think about it.
Funny. I try not to.
And then there was nothing more to say.
Oof.
I don't like it. I've worked with smugglers I like a lot less, but none of them scrape open memories like Piotr. But he's right. I need the work, and he's the only contact on White Street I have left. I'm in, but I need details. Where are we going? What are we grabbing? How much trouble are you getting me into, Needles?
The newly refurbished Santa Anita Lodge. Battle maps. And boatloads. The gala's the top brass affair. This means we gotta blend in. Don't wanna draw fire.
All right. Sounds doable. But if you're getting me into that much trouble, I want payment up front.
Okay, but only half. For the inconvenience fee. Gonna need supplies, another uniform, another invite.
Got it.
Last I checked, you were the one doing me a favor. 75%.
The job's the favor. You're lucky you're getting that much.
Wow,
I'd be talking to
rude.
bootleggers instead.
No, you wouldn't. You're too picky to work with small-time stiffs. And you're not stupid enough to run a high-risk job with someone you don't trust.
Funny enough, you're a stiff that I'm not too sure I trust.
Uh-huh. You said it yourself. No one can put on a better second face. You aren't going to find anyone who can do that and put up with your crap. For a second, we're as still as a frozen body of water. Until something suddenly flits to the surface. Needles grins.
Deal. 75.
Huh. Cool. Wow, that's a lot of money.
What are you still doing here? Comfort.
I'll head there soon.
I wanted to make a deal, but apparently not. So we have 3 quest things to do. We have this. How do I look at the quest marker? This is missions. Hold on, missions. So I think the loose thread is the red one. Oh wait, maybe the ghost in the rig is this one over here. Can I click it? Let's go to that first. Oh no!
Traffic's backed up for several blocks.
Sorry for the inconvenience, miss. We're
I wish I
searching
had
every
this again.
car coming through today. If you wouldn't mind, step.
I'd rather not risk the search, but I'm not sure I have a choice. I could try talking my way past him, or...
I'm on Hyrule. Oh, I'm fucked.
Hey, I'm running late here.
Sorry, ma'am. My orders are to search every car that comes through here. Could you step out, please?
I'm out of good options. Certainly, sir. The white cap isn't exactly...
My day keeps getting worse every time I turn around.
Huh. How did that get there?
Sure. I'll just be removing this...
He stops for a moment, his eyes darting...
I'm certain there's nothing else illegal in your car.
Of course.
Right. Be on your way, then.
That's that. At least it didn't rifle through the glove box.
Huh. We failed that horribly.
What?
Eli's ramping up the war.
Paperwork.
Uh-huh.
I try to be out.
My eyes trace any
No one who could fit.
Yeah, I don't. Not a lot of...
It's not.
So Eli...
I'll run if I see...
He's still doing work...
What's it to you? We don't...
It's just a...
Yeah, you are.
That's it?
That's it. What? 50th. Don't be like...
Okay, so we did that. Oh, fuck. How are we gonna do this so that we don't get busted? You're busted. Do-do-do-do-do. You're busted. Okay, we need to not go there then first. Oh, it's still gonna have us go there. Ugh.
Traffic's backed up for several blocks.
Sorry for the inconvenience.
I'd rather not risk the...
Yep.
I pull hard on the wheel.
What?
Too hard. To make matters worse, the white...
Not what I meant to do, but...
Pull over!
Damn it. There are another...
We got a runner, lads! Call for backup!
Jesus Christ, there's a ton of people. I should take that car out. Cool. Wow, okay, cool. That was good. Good move. Does survive 4 rounds. Oh no. Oh. That should fuck him up a little bit. Okay, it's repairing now. Another white fucker. Oh, fuck. Nope. Undo, 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 undo. Undo! So there's no easy undo, which is a little bit annoying. Then we can end turn. Got him. I think we can kill these two and get some good loot off of it. Okay, hold on. It's gonna fall backwards, isn't it? Oh, no. Oh, no. I had a feeling about that. Bitch. Yeah, we got him. Good job, team.
Might have picked up another bullet hole or two in the ship.
Yeah, we got him. Oh, we got a whole bunch of rewards, too. Hey. That's fine by me. I like it. Got him, boys. Hold on, let's go here first.
Thanks for the help, Gia. This research...
Hey, take it easy on him, okay? He's a good egg. And he's right about the well. You shouldn't have tried to go by yourself. She shuffles in her seat, adjusting like an agitated bird in a nest of thorns before changing the subject.
What you said before about ghosts? Where are we going exactly?
An old Aether rig still floating just off the edge. Nasty storm years back. Strong even for the well. Killed the whole crew. Though some still say their spirits keep it afloat.
Wait, you don't actually believe in ghosts, do you?
I do! Fuck off. Rude. It's a side mission, so I might as well get it done while I'm here, you know?
The vast hulk of the abandoned Aether Collector rusts in the crisp air. Its looming, broken silhouette stark against the swirling mass of the well.
They're not just scientifically possible, Gia. What do I have to say to prove to you?
Shh. What was that? Lights in the mist, forms in the dark, and sounds in the silence. Science be damned. I can feel the dead. They're here.
Oh, please. There's nothing out there, Gia. place is coming apart. Those sounds were just...
She sees it first, and I follow her line of sight where the fog pools heaviest in the gloom. There, from within the creaking metal and whispering winds,
Love the background effects right now.
specter appears.
You should not be here.
You shall not pass! Oof. We got a 6-7 fail.
Sliding through the mist, the foul stench of rot and decay ooze from the opening in the...
Oh, so sorry. I didn't mean to scare you there. Just wanted to get a good look at you. Make sure you're real. There are ghosts around, you know. Hard to tell who's real, who's not.
I can assure you that we are entirely real. I hope you don't mind this sudden intrusion.
Oh, no, not intrusion at all. We appreciate the company. Newsom here don't think he's seen another living soul in, what, 6 months? It's a good thing I'm such great company, huh?
Who's
The
Newsom?
stench wafts with every jovial exclamation. My lunch rises with a fury in my stomach, but the revolt dissipates as the spirit wanders away.
Oh, wait, hello, Mr. Ghost.
Mr. Ghost.
We won't be long. Was hoping to just take a look at the well.
Ghost? Oh no! Name's Roscoe, Chief Maliceman here on the Chamberlain. And please, take all the time you need. Newsom and the others appreciate having prettier faces than mine around.
I can't believe you thought he was actually a ghost. He's just an old Darkman in a high-altitude suit.
I'm still not convinced.
Now come on, let's get things set up.
Okay. Sounds good.
Come on, help me set this equipment up.
There isn't much for me to...
There. And,
Eventually, Nellie's... This is a whole lot of...
well, in the absence of a Pfeiffer trap to collect the...
She accents her determination with a sudden drop of a crate full of junk I recognize from the various ditches and drains in the hole. The Radish King is splattered in faded paint along the side.
You really should pay more attention to the garbage lying around the hole. I found parts of a cyclotron just laying around.
Oh, yeah?
And a 1925 Hethelbaum cathode.
Oh my
couldn't
God.
find any thorium, though. The experiment can work without it. Hopefully. But since we're on an old Aether rig, there has to be some around here. Think you can find some?
I can try.
Thorium?
Oh, of course you haven't heard about it. Don't worry, it's easy. It's a metal used on Aether-catching equipment, though it can have other practical uses, such as creating heat-resistant material.
Hate to break it to you, kid. Don't think that helps me all too much.
It tarnishes a dishwater green color. Look for that. If you don't find anything, don't worry. The experiment should still work.
Intriguing.
Find anything?
Not yet. There has to be something around here. The ghostly remnant.
You don't have to stare.
Stranger things have happened.
He's just a person. Sir, do you have...
I want to hear...
How are you still kicking? Out here all by yourself?
By myself? I'm not alone. We all take care of each other up here.
The Baron doesn't give you any...
No. Mr. Broderick is quite kind.
Broderick. Rings a bell. One of the old barons of New York. Not a name I'd heard since Zio told stories about the Days of Blood, when Eli first started taking territory and executing his rivals. And the well?
The well? The well? Oh! I've heard of that thing. A strong wind off New York shows up in the winter. Don't worry, young lady. Storms come and go, come and go.
Come and go burrows into my ear, nesting in the part of my brain concerned with old memories. A radio advertisement as a kid talking about how the well was nothing to worry about.
Interesting.
You the only one keeping this hulk in the sky?
Not me. No.
It's been, what, 30 years since this thing went out trawling? Without a refuel, the Aether levels can't still be enough.
Yes, they can. You youngsters, you don't appreciate Ethan.
I love the
You didn't
background
see.
lighting effects.
When we first found it, it changed everything. The world became a circus, a magical circus.
It's amusing, at least for the first few minutes, hearing the old man talk about how the world changed, how circuses
The Fire Nation
changed.
attacked!
but I don't have all day.
And as for zebras... Oh, you're right. You're right. You didn't ask about zebras. You wanted to know about vacuums.
Madonna, help me.
You see, this old rig, she's just one big vacuum. Collects Aether even when she's sitting still. As long as I...
Who is that you're talking to?
You?
No, I mean when...
Newsom, the late you were saying.
Never mind. My friend here is studying the well. Pardon?
Oh, don't worry.
The man trudges to his...
Here.
I'm looking for some thorium.
Thorium? Thorium. Thorium!
From the drifting eye, I know I'd have more luck asking...
Thorium.
No need to hurt yourself.
No. Thor isn't...
Thanks. This has been...
Anytime, youngster.
I'm just reading it fast, so...
My childhood superstition. Lit by windows, frosted with time, the element...
Alright, we barely passed, but we got it.
Based on their feel and color, the ceramic cups are no doubt glazed with thorium. Maybe it's memories of old...
When in doubt, try it out. Yeah,
Oh,
boy.
Hell. I never back down from checking the closet for monsters. I get out my lockpicks. Every click and twist, I hear nothing but the... There was one summer where we... Unfortunately, the only adventure this month...
I mean, we don't even really need to search for it, so...
Junk.
We already have
The
some...
motionless Aether rig stands as my childhood superstition looms above. One of the panels into the inner machine. Quick pull in the... Damn it. This part's already been scavenged.
We should pass for thorium as well.
Not what I needed.
Cool.
Find anything?
Yeah, here.
We might as well give her
What
the
do you
ceramic
think?
cup.
Maybe you should be calling me Doc from now on.
Oh, you found some. That's perfect.
With fast hands, the kid gets to work, bending, breaking, and binding her crate of junk with the small amount of thorium I was able to find. Is that...
It's not a real Pfeiffer trap, but it's close. It will help measure the amount of naturally occurring Aether in the air. I should be able to compare the data with Lorenzo's Aether constant to see what local saturation looks like.
She bites her tongue as she focuses on what seems to be the last part of her little machine.
Then maybe we can get some insight on where the well is drawing all this extra mass from.
Huh.
And... done.
The box begins to emit a soft glow and whir like a carnival novelty attraction.
Now to wait.
More clicks, more whirs, more clicks, the occasional chirp. Not even the swirling chaos of the well seems in... I take it this basket of junk...
No, hadn't thought...
She holds out her hands as if...
Second stage is simple.
So...
No, that's not...
I didn't intend to put poison in that...
I don't know why no one's...
Okay. Glad he's keeping his distance. I lob my eyes and chin to...
Poor man.
After all this time...
Unless maybe... We studied rare cases in Olympus Park. Patients who showed no outward signs of the wasting, but had gone mad.
How'd you know they had the wasting then?
After they die, we'd watch an autopsy. The brain was... different. Changed. I had to leave before Dr. Monitz finished. I didn't like seeing a human person like that. All taken apart.
Fair enough.
Got enough to go on?
Let's see... Oh, yes! This is perfect! Exactly what I needed to help continue my experiments.
I do know my thorium. Nellie turns away from her machine. Fresh plastered smile from the victory still smeared on her face. She gives a small curtsy.
Of course! I never doubted you, Lady Sif.
Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing. Just a joke we'd make back home.
Ah, that's cute. So we finished the quest, it sounds like?
Are we going back now?
Yes, you are the real one.
Thanks. This has been very...
Anytime, youngster.
strange.
Visually, it's a lot, but I think that's everything here. Cool. So we got past the blockade, and we... What the fuck is this? Go to the last shop, the red line, okay. Uh-oh.
The air's crisp, the sky's clear, and I've mostly tuned out the kids chirping.
They're after my Lucky Charms.
Till darkness begins to creep onto the road.
You keep saying you're not a pirate, but really, how different is a smuggler? You've got weapons, a ship, a secret island. You just need a talkative parrot on your shoulder to...
It must have been a direct hit from lightning. I checked the dash, looking for malfunctions. Sure enough, one of the hard points isn't responding. Damn it. We're hitting an Aether storm. Hold on, kid. This is going to get bumpy.
We're gonna be in for a bumpy ride. Damn. Oh, and -2? Damn.
Another flash of light in the... No!
9? Okay, cool.
It's a split second to decide, but that's enough time to execute a sharp roll and dive that knocks Nelly against my shoulder. The door closes shut with a bang. You okay?
Yeah.
The girl's adventurous smile only falters when a sudden, violent gust shakes the car, pulling one of my weapons off like a vacuum cleaner from hell and sending it
Oh
down
no!
the street. Damn it. Why that one? Cheer up, kid. We're still alive and well storms.
How do you know?
That's annoying.
I just do. Like a courteous
Aren't we going to chase after it? You can't be a prop.
Nelly, I'm not a pirate. Okay, let's go.
Seaward?
I drive after the flying gun, fall towards the top of one of the houses. Look, the glass has...
Oh, I hope no one was hurt.
Nelly hops out of my car. Hey, kid, hold on. Something isn't right. These houses weren't abandoned. Signs of life. Nelly, do you hear anyone? There's evidence of toys, but no children.
I don't hear anything.
Nothing.
That's problematic.
Not a footstep or pin drop. The whole...
Oh!
It's all wrong. I peek through billowing curtains, catching Nelly stepped back from the door.
What? Why? We're already here.
The people in there, if they're still alive, they have the wasting.
Oh, that? I'm not worried about it. It's really only a risk with prolonged exposure, and we'll be in and out in a jiffy. Besides, we already came all this way.
I felt death lingering many times. Its uncompromising finger. This place isn't right, Nelly.
But...
We're going.
Aww.
Well, fuck. So you have to... that's stupid. So what happens if I,
The air's crisp.
You keep saying you're not...
It must have been a direct... Damn it. We're hitting an Aether storm. Hold on, kid. This is going to get bumpy. Mother Nature isn't worth... We gotta get out of here, Nelly. Hold... I'm almost to Confortalas when they've been well back from me before now, but they've closed the distance.
7 + 2, cool.
I know the streets better than most. After doing this for years, I realized I could feel sudden stops hidden around a bend. I can almost smell a dangerous turn, and I can taste an opportunity to slip into a side alley before anyone realizes I've disappeared. Behind me on the thruway, my pursuers pass by at high speed. I'll be blocks away by the time they realize I've lost them.
Good job.
Tinker's Repairs and General Goods is a...
I've got what you need.
Show me what you've got.
Prices like these should be illegal.
Till next time.
Wow, okay, comical, but whatever. And I think that's it. Okay, cool. Let me continue. Oh, I wanted to sell some stuff.
I've got what you need.
Show me what you've got.
Prices like these should be illegal. Come back soon.
Huh. Yeah, I don't think we need anything else.
Here we are, safe and sound.
Randazzo!
You know who I am?
I know everyone in this town. Are you back for the veal? Maybe the meatballs.
I came here a few times with Zio, but I never talked to the proprietor. Can't help but wonder if Confortola had more of a relationship with my uncle than I was aware.
Well, what tempts you?
Okay, cool.
I wish I could remember Zio's favorite dish. Was it bagna cauda?
What? You think your uncle was some kind of Frenchman?
I heard when he was young, he'd eat just about anywhere.
Do not speak ill of the dead. Your uncle was mio fratuzzo. He'd have shot you as soon as look at you if you suggested.
The mask slips, crunching between his teeth as he chews the edges. Confortola was even closer to Zio than I suspected. Just a joke, Confortola. He always said anchovies were sewer fish.
You got me. Leave it to Randazzo.
Last time I was here, I got the most delicious arancini. Are they still on the menu? An image of Zio flashes through my mind. He was angry about the Whitecap crackdowns making every run into a maze, and us, the rats. I remember when Zio saw those come out from the kitchen. Years fell off his face. Probably brought him back home, even if only for a moment.
Oh, if it weren't so hard to find a decent mozzarella here.
He winks conspiratorially.
But for Randazzo, I'm sure I could scare some up.
Huh. Zio must have really meant something to him. Any new dishes since the last time I was here? I remember that night.
Any new
It was a
dishes
hot
since I was
summer in
last
more
here?
ways than one. Eli had started losing his wars, losing back territory. In frustration, he turned his attention to his own dwindling streets. It's been a while. It was a tough trip out back then. Had to bribe every street corner. I'm too lost in the... Come again?
I said your Sicilian great-grandmother would slap you from heaven if she could. New dishes.
Right. I'm here for the special cannoli. With, porchetta? His
Porchetta?
jovial demeanor never slips, despite the more serious change in topic. That's a talent rarely possessed outside of my line of work.
You're just in time. We were running low on ricotta.
I'm always happy to keep the ricotta flowing.
Ah, fellow cheese enthusiast. I'll get my boy to grab it from the car. A token of my appreciation.
No
And
problem.
one more thing. I always like having guests around who enjoy the finer things in life. If you ever need a place to lay low for the evening, you'll have a place at my table and a bed in the back room.
Nice.
Much obliged. How could I say no to your veal parmigiana?
So it was the veal after all.
Cool. Can I heal either of them? Hi, Saber. Stop knocking things over. That's not permitted. That's rude. Okay. I think that's all we have to do there. So let's make a marker. Why does it want me to go there? Oh, the safe house is there if I need. What's my heat level? 0?
Stick close. I'll meet you after we're done.
Yeah. Don't keep me waiting all night.
Needles is already there, leaning against a light post, stubbing out second thoughts and his last smoke. He's taken aback.
What the hell is that?
It's a car. What do you think it is?
No. What the hell is that? Where the hell is the Chimera?
Sadly.
She's gone.
Don't kid.
He waits for a punchline. I let the joke go stale.
Sorry. Condolences. To Chimera. Beautiful machine. Wherever she is.
Forget the car.
And the scrapyard, brother.
Got my uniform.
Here. Invite's in the pocket. Get changed. We'll see how you look.
I look fabulous, bitch!
Turn around. Block the view. With a devious smile, equal parts poison and sugar, the scoundrel turns his back and taps his foot till I finally pull on the suit. My identity fades into a neatly pressed uniform. There's not a whiff of bleach or a stitch out of place. But Piotr clicks his tongue like it's painted in stains.
Shoulder's too loose.
He slowly runs his hand along my arm up to my neck, checking for faults with gentle fingers. Needles, the fit's fine. No one's noticing unless you draw attention to it.
You forget where we're going? Top brass affair. Anyone who'd notice will be there.
That's true.
They see you in sloppy attire, they'll have you cleaning guns all night instead of grabbing maps.
Then we'll fix it later. Right now, we gotta make the entry time.
Both are important, so. Alright, wish me luck.
There's not a lot of green in the lowers, but Santa Anita is one of the exceptions. After stashing my car in the overgrowth, Needles and I go through final checks, like remembering the steps to an old dance.
Hold still. I'm straight. Stop fidgeting, Lieutenant Florence. This damn shoulder stitch.
Then, Sergeant Ivan Ivanovich, better make it a rush job. We're running late. How'd you get hold of an officer uniform anyway? Doesn't feel like one of yours.
Aw, still know my work. And didn't have enough time to make two. Had to trade the laundromat owner. Cost me a very nice suit with silk. Lichna. Beautiful.
He smooths the wrinkles off my shoulders and steps back to appreciate his work. A uniform as fitted as his, but a rank higher in stripes.
There. Now, play one of Eli's elite officers.
Are you giving an order to your commanding officer, Sergeant?
No, sir. Excellent bark, sir. Remember, act like a bloodthirsty sadist who wrecks everything around you.
Wreck everything.
Basically, just be 8-shot.
My jaw pops. I should have shaken it off, but routine had lowered my guard enough to make the sucker punch dash red spots across my vision. Enough. Look, I never asked to be called 8-shot. A whole lot happened that day that I didn't want to happen. You can't keep blaming me.
I could blame who I want. 8-shot's your rep, not mine.
You damn well know that's not who I am.
That's sad.
Who do you recall getting us more repeat clients? I distinctly remember when you said Mrs. Wong's crates were a lost cause.
They were halfway to Europe.
Yeah, and who got him back? I got us a steady gig for 3 months. And you sure as hell didn't consider me unreliable when I spent all night helping you swap those statues at the museum.
I get it. I'll try to lay off. At least until we're done.
We're in for a long night, Needles. Don't make me shoot you before we get those maps.
Damn, son.
Anyway, the job. Play soldier till you find the maps. You signal me, I kill the lights, you grab the maps, we make for the window. Then we're free as a breeze, nice and easy, like old times. The only thing missing is...
Zio. We share a pained look and I'm flung into a memory. The last good memory I had of the three of us.
This job's a career maker, Principessa. John Valentine's big. Bigger than anything you've done before. You pull this off, Giovanna Randazzo can stand on her own.
Mr. Blanc had him on something else in High Cloud that day. But Zio trusted me to handle the job with a whale. A client who might have made us kings. I still think about what he said. You're nothing without your reputation.
He said that, but we both know Alfonso leaned on his charm. Peddled more of his crap being glib than his rep ever did.
It was good enough for you. I distinctly remember you telling him to practice his Russian on someone else. He had you singing in a week.
He saved it for cards. Made up for having to listen to his god-awful accent. Felt I could always count on you playing too. Gave my ears a break.
You remember a lot for someone who said he wanted to forget.
It was from before we got matching scars, Malaya.
It's a bittersweet reminder. A temptation to linger or lean closer. But I'm pulled into another memory. I'm standing with 2 glasses of booze at Zio's headstone. Piotr was off getting loaded at every dive he could find. Why'd you skip the funeral, Piotr? His eyes shut. Whatever closeness Zio's memory gave us vanishes.
You want to spend the night chit-chatting? No? Then let's go. Uniform's good.
Fine. We've got a party to hit.
Get in there.
White Street salvage train car. They say the ink on the... Everything runs quiet. Compared to the steady murmur of voices and...
I didn't want to pick the door, but fuck it,
Compared
whatever.
to the steady...
YOLO. Oh, that's even worse.
It's a flimsy lock. I should have cracked it as easily as an egg. A stuttering guard.
Dude. I want to fix that real quick. I don't want to lose the lockpick like that. I can redo the story scenarios pretty quickly. Shh, I don't care. Shh. Shh. Come on. Yep,
Stick
back
close.
there.
I'll meet you
done this
afterward.
part.
Yeah.
Needles is already...
What the hell is that?
It's a car.
No. What the hell is that?
She's gone.
Don't kid.
He waits for a...
Sorry.
We've already done
Forget
this
the
story
car.
stuff.
Invites in the pocket.
Those eyes of yours caught in a trap. My identity... He slowly runs it. Needles.
You forget what we're going...
Then we'll fix it.
Like I said, we've already done this part, so just clicking through
There's not a
makes it
lot
easy.
of green in the...
Hold.
Then...
Aw.
He smooths...
There. Now, play one of Eli's elite...
Are you giving an order?
No, sir. Remember,
My job. Enough.
I can blame who I want.
You damn well know that's not who I am. I might not have had Zio's rep, but...
Yeah, I remember.
We kept him safe.
I get it. I'll try.
We're in for a long night.
I like the reliability
Play
part
soldier till
better.
you find the maps. The only
It has
thing
a better
missing
story.
is...
Zio, we share a pain.
These jobs.
Mr. Blanc, I still think of...
He said that, but we both know Alfonso leaned on his charm.
I distinctly remember you...
He had a good sale. You Randazzo's were good to work.
You remember a lot.
It was from before we got...
It's a bittersweet reminder. I'm standing with 2... Why'd you skip the funeral? His eyes shut.
You want to spend the night chit?
Fine.
So we're not gonna try that one. Oh God.
We step into a vision of...
Afraid.
Order, unity, and victory. Streaming banners, pristine uniforms, success stories painted on the walls. White Street's officers are lush on the atmosphere as much as the drinks.
Attention! The General!
Dozens of boots, all stomp
General,
in form.
it's on time.
Perfect,
Hello
immediate
now.
obedience for the man at the top of the stairs. The Baron of White Street, General Eli Tillingast.
My friends, tonight is for you. Tonight we celebrate our victories. As we speak, our forces liberate the islands of Fresh Pond Park, returning them to their true home in White Street. This city is a cesspool. For too long, its people have drowned in complacency, greed, and filth. Through our efforts, we will save them. We will give clean water, purpose, order, and above all else, a future. Look around you. The Lodge was once the place of our greatest betrayal.
a bombed-out monument of futile calls for peace. Now, it is a symbol of rebirth. Thanks to our new Aether. Thanks to you.
He strides down the stairs, each step a victory, each step assured and heavy. He scans the room with a smug smile and enters into the crowd.
Each of you have sacrificed much, have fought hard and longed for a brighter future. Sir, what future do you see?
A future where we finally bring peace to the lowers.
Excellent. Peace is within our grasp, and then all this useless bloodshed can end. And you, Lieutenant, what is the future you see?
The general lays a gloved hand on my shoulder,
Fuck.
firm and
He's on to
blistering.
me.
His eyes focus on me alone like a dozen spotlights.
Cool,
Sir,
I survived it.
White Street will be an inspiration to the lowers. No more will we suffer rot and complacency. No more will we struggle to breathe. We'll lead the city to a promising new future.
Well spoken, Lieutenant. They call us monsters, tyrants, warmongers. They're wrong. We fight only to defend this city against the muck. We will preserve civilization while restoring it to its past glory. However, tonight, you will drink, rest, converse amongst your comrades. Look forward to a future where these nights are common. At ease.
Sir, yes, sir.
I can taste dollar signs.
The
One of the
flutes.
tables is a picked over patch of empty glass.
Pocket, swipe the bottle. Let's go. Yeah!
I find an opening in the form of a drunk.
Did you hear about what happened to Sergeant Major Lutzko? Someone ought to put a muzzle on those intelligence mutts.
Gregson? You missed him. He snuck out after the general's speech to play hooky with his girl. He's been too busy to see her since they put him in charge of overseeing train supply lines.
Oh, poor guy.
I should have been assigned the Dreamland mission. I've been dreaming of making Swiss Adam Arms little dough since the day I joined.
A group of red-faced officers emerge from the door to cool off with champagne and socialization.
Uh-oh.
The door.
You will not speak. You will not think. And next time you will bite your tongue before you spread fanciful stories about an escape from the tomb. Am I clear, soldier?
Uh-oh. They know.
God sent an angel of death the day of the bombing. And
we lost good men that day. Everyone.
I don't hear the older officer's approach until he's at my shoulder.
My best friend, Rogerson, was among them. He fought to be in the room that day.
Eye-opening, sir. Seeing the damage tells me more than a...
And I was in the lodge before the bombing. We shared a bottle of whiskey on the stairs and a toast to an end of conflict. It is difficult to imagine the same toast today. Thank you for listening to an old soldier reminisce. Go enjoy yourself.
No problem.
General's
Frodo.
orders.
Our way out. Hey...
Okay, I think there's only one more
Why
interaction.
are we even waiting to invade? Everyone knows they're too bloated. We should strike now, before that old hag dies.
The old hag? I don't like the sound of that.
Nice speech. Still see the spot.
Almost sound jealous.
God, no. The does are all bear cats. If we... The does are all bear cat.
I can taste dollars. Through a crack in the door, I spy freshly drawn battle. I meet Needle's Eye.
Let's
from across the
go!
room filled with uniforms and firearms. He gives me the signal while he fades from the crowd to do his part. My muscles tense as I angle for the door. The lodge goes dark. The officers fight to control the ensuing chaos. Meanwhile, I rush the map room, swipe the maps, and return to the halls faster than a blink. Needles is
Fast
just
as
as
fuck,
quick,
boy.
already at the window.
Darkness encumbering me.
Needles. Where's that damn Something glints. The barrel of a gun drives into my gut. His breath.
The maps ain't shot.
Bastardo.
Why? For your screw up. For the torture. For getting Alfonso killed. Pick one.
I saved you. He doesn't move. Blood pounds my ears. I remember why I didn't want to go to Needles. I hate that I trusted this man. But more than that, I hate how I had no choice. Don't do this. I feel the tremor of his arm and imagine his face. Before an answer, an apology, or even a goodbye, he's gone.
Halt! Everybody stays inside until the lodge has been properly swept.
Step aside.
Understood. Good luck out there.
It's a smooth exit.
Step aside.
I'm clear. I get a whiff of sweet relief, but my breath catches at a pack of White Street
Oh
officers.
no!
They don't see me. Their fangs are already bared at the man cornered between them.
Suck, brother!
Compared to the steady murmur of voices, Santa and Nita look. With Eli's war heating up, I doubt the other baronies are turning a blind eye. Any one of.
Let's try this again.
Out for a smoke. Need the details of my piss?
Check him.
The teeth come down. It's the second time I've seen Needles make that face. The second time I've had to decide whether to risk myself by grabbing his hand. If I don't run now, I lose my exit. If I do, I leave Needles for dead. Just like back then. I only get to pick one. Damn it. I couldn't leave Needles
Let's
then.
save Needles. I feel like he'll
can't
be a
now.
powerful ally later.
You! What are you doing?
Sir, we found him sneaking about while on.
Let him go. He's one of our test infiltrators. We're conducting it. The officer's hand only tightens on his side piece.
Cool.
Ivanovich, you're late for Operation Fox. Clean yourself up before I report you for your disgraceful attire. An urgent message to play along strains through my soldierly disguise. Needles receives it. Shaking off the officers like he hadn't been seconds from a bullet, he marches up and checks my pristine lapels.
Ow. Whose fault is that? Where the hell were you, Florence?
Your performance was sloppy. If you'd been more subtle, you wouldn't have been stopped.
Sloppy? My performance was fine until...
Enough! Apologies, sir. We'll leave you to clean yourselves up.
The air's an Aether canister waiting to blow. Each silent step away from the lodge nudges the pressure higher and higher. Until something bursts.
What the hell were you thinking? You did this last time! You played hero and everything went to hell! Why'd you have to come back?
That what this is about? You trying to make me feel bad I saved you? I don't pick cargo over my crew, remember?
Gia,
Save it. You owe me double. You're going to pay up, and then you're going to get the hell out of my sight. Needle's response hangs from his mouth. Insult, retort, plea, apology. I don't find out what. He shuts his mouth and locks it away behind a tight nod. In this line of work, sometimes the best outcome you get is the one where everyone walks. First chance I get, I'm dropping you off. You can find your own way.
That's fair.
Gia!
Damn it! They must have found out about the...
Damn-o! Memory lane wasn't bad enough.
Then you shouldn't have torpedoed the...
What the hell did you two do? The whole island's lit up.
Later.
So that's a bad guy, that's a bad guy. End turn. Ooh. Annoying. Jesus. That's a party.
Great balls of fire! Might you?
Sorry, broski. Boom. Alright, skip the player turn out of there. Yep. Once per combat? That's rude. Oh, it's the far right where I needed to go and I just fucked off. Oops. Whoops. No reason to fucking go out of my way to do anything there. Might as well just keep healing our cars.
Cheese and crackers, not my automobile.
They just both die. Poor dudes. Yo, I don't think there's anything I can do to even, I mean, hypothetically, I could drop all the way back. Boom. This way, then.
Here's our exit.
Detour. Good job, me. I did good. Oh, we got... Oh, damn it. I already bought a machine gun. I don't need another one. Son of a bitch. Cool. But it's not a bad thing to have all of it.
Stop. Here's good. I got a hidey hole.
He's gone the moment I take my eyes off him. But
Don't get yourself killed, Mila.
Press pulls up shortly after. One appraising look later.
So, rough night.
Yeah.
How you holding up?
We made it out alive, and I got paid. That's better than our last job.
Yeah? It is better than the last job, so I can't complain. So story-wise, it looks like I have to go there. Or do I have to go to... Is that the next mission spot? Hold on. Missions. The red line. Yikes. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be dangerous.
Like a trio of ants excitedly making themselves busy around a too busy with their current treat.
You don't look like trouble.
Thank you, friend.
There's the train just ahead.
All right. What's the plan?
We get alongside.
Okay, I'm ready. I think.
Let's
Are you
do
ready?
it.
Born that way, kid.
Baby, I was born that way.
The train leaps down the track like a greyhound foaming after a jackrabbit.
Oh, God.
Its rattling cars sway like bulky charms on a long, ugly bracelet. Far below us, I spy the spark and glow of White Street's ashen wasteland. I come to a grim realization. We're above the burn pits. This isn't good. Princess won't last long in this heat.
The what pits?
Past the pits, the tracks go into the Undercity. We have to stop the train before then.
Sorry, what do you mean, stop it?
We have to derail this train, kid. Ideally before this car melts. The city's a blur, but the cargo door beside us is tantalizingly close. Almost like I could reach out and touch it.
Oh, fuck.
I'm busy trying to puzzle out.
Call for backup. They're trying.
Gia, look!
I see him. We don't have time for this. Hey,
Fuck it.
Spitshine. Road's looking rough ahead. Dust while you still can.
I was hoping someone would show up.
Not just anyone, pal.
I got your 8 shots right here, lady.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Bitch. Bitch. Eat caltrops, punk. Okay, so we have to eliminate the train. Oh, it has a lot of health, so fucking with them isn't gonna help. Okay. This is gonna be a bit problematic. Thank you for helping me. Bye, bitch. Built for tough. It's got 1 HP. Next turn we take it down.
I
Oh, we
feel
got it
like
down no
old
matter what.
Ahab, watching with crazed excitement as my quarry screeches its death knell and plunges into the depths. Time for an unscheduled stop.
Cool.
Wowzers.
Wowzers. Cool. I don't know how much room I have for all this, but you know, hey, fuck it. Oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought.
The train cut an ugly gouge through the ash heaps as she reached her final stop. Now she's just another pile of scrap in the pits, half buried and groaning like a beached whale. As we approach, I try in vain to block out the sulfurous choke of our surroundings and the memories that come with them. I feel bile rising in my throat.
Might as well try. What?
I clench my fist so hard my gloves keep
I've
it
been
together
robbed.
so.
What is this place, Gia?
Anything that can't be saved ends up here. You'll want to watch your step.
Are those? Oh God!
At the sight of charred bones among the refuse, she claps a hand to her mouth and wrenches her eyes shut, as if willing reality itself to change. I give her time to compose herself.
Let's get out of here as soon as possible.
Couldn't agree more. The mugs who work the pits use the
Snake eyes.
I'm knee-deep in ash and I scramble backward. Oh, great. Industrial smelt. First time I've ever taken down a truck. The car is torn open, like bingo. The glint of to my eyes.
Ooh.
The ordnance looks a lot like that car. I spy something else buried in the straw. Well, well.
What is it?
The white cap who loaded up this crate is sure. Seems a few of Eli's heavies spent their furlough off in Mar Magdalen's paradise of vice. Wonder if the good general knows where his boy the guns pulse with a steady red glow. Why not get an edge?
Oh no.
I watch, befuddled, as the kid leans into a crate, ignoring the soot.
There! The output will be trivial now.
Give me something good. Okay.
I squint into the gloom and try to catch a closer look at the kid's hands as she works. What the hell is she up to? It doesn't take an Aethonics engineer to see she's sabotaging the guns. The whine of escaping Aether and the hot light dimming into darkness is like a candle being snuffed out. Well, Professor, I can't wait to hear your explanation for this. She continues her sabotage, the lights of the crate dimming. I lean back against the train carcass, letting the girl wonder do her thing. When she turns back, I watch raging fire turn to doused ash.
This is Aether. This is my field. I know the specifications. I know the output. They won't hurt anyone now, but I can still convince the buyer to take these. I know I can. Please, Gia. You saw what happened at the parade. Let me do the talking. Trust me.
She's tense, her teeth gritted. Doing this means something to her, something real. I feel a hot pressure behind my eyes. I squint it away and exhale, ash swirling around me like snow. Yeah, kid. All right. She can't suppress a squeak of delight as we load the crates together. She does a terrible job reining in the smile tugging at her cheeks. As we take off, I make a silent prayer to whoever might be listening. Please don't make me regret this.
Fair enough. Oh God.
The old railway warehouse is deep in magical territory. It stinks of stale booze and dangerous boredom. Violence is crouched and ready to leap out from every crevice in this den of riveted steel and stacked crates. Last chance. You're sure you want to do the talking?
I'm good at talking. Don't be so tense, you worrywart. I have a foolproof plan. Just promise me you'll let me handle it.
I look over at our buyer, scarred by daggers and disease, and her goons flanked around her like prize steers. Then I glance back and marvel at the kid's placid smile. All right, kid. I promise. She can't possibly know how much danger we're in. Maybe it's better that way.
Let her handle it.
Imported Irish. Hard to tell if that copper. Bullet holes. Erratic path. Those are Dreamland colors. So Banger and her boys are working for the infamous Mar Magdalene. Banger's cocky to be flying this flag openly on the General's Island.
That is interesting.
A rat-chewed couch marks this as a comfortable place to relax. And if you believe that, I've got a bridge you might like to buy.
That monkey.
Banger taps her boot impatiently on the steel gangway, her temper rising with her foot's tempo. When she speaks, her voice barks out like a Belfast crow.
8 shot?
Before I can do anything, the kid jumps in front of me.
Yes, that's me. Hello?
You're joking.
Madonna. This was the foolproof plan?
I never joke about murderous ordnance. No, ma'am.
You're 8 shot Randazzo. You're the one who tossed Nikki Grayson's place.
Yes. Yes, I sure did. Tossed it all up.
Nellie's joints are frozen in place, and Banger's mug has twisted into a mask of suspicion.
Did you know? And where is that again? You'll remember, of course, as you were there.
What are we, trading rap sheets? We came here to do business.
And just who exactly are you?
I'm here to make sure you Irish bugs don't try anything funny with my pal 8-Shot. Right, Randazzo?
Right. My fellow paisana.
Whatever.
Nellie shoots me a less than subtle look. Banger shakes her head in a parody of grave disenchantment.
I'll admit to a feeling of disappointment. Here I thought I was meeting a living legend of the lores. But looking at you, you're a right letdown, you are.
Oh. Well, I didn't exactly have time to... Is it my dress?
Nay. It's that I don't believe for a sweet second you're 8-shot Randazzo. And that's got me wondering, who the hell are you?
Look, you all seem real busy, but we don't have time for a game of 20 questions. She's who she says she is. Now, are we doing this or not? The glint of violence in Banger's eyes is somehow less upsetting to me than the wounded one in Nellie's. I know I made the kid a promise, but she's blowing the deal. I'm not about to stand here and watch Banger carve her in half. Well?
Right. I've had enough of your lip.
There's a hot ring in the air and the world goes hazy. I'm vaguely aware of my hand on my pistol grip and a hard impact on my shoulder. It's the floor, I realize. Come up to meet me like an old friend.
Oh no.
Why am I on the floor?
Gia, no!
The kid's next to me, tears jumping down her cheeks. And behind her I can see a smudgy outline. Looks a lot like Banger wiping her cleaver on her pants to clean off the blood. My blood. It's all gentle and quiet as the edges burn away.
Up. So this time we're not going to interrupt her at all.
Banger taps her boot impatiently.
8-shot?
Before I can do...
Yes, that's me.
You're joking.
Madonna.
I never joke about murderous...
You're...
yes.
Nellie's joints are frozen.
Did you know? And where is that?
I like to think my judgment's pretty good. Better than most, anyway. But despite it, when Nellie shoots me a solicitous glance, I keep quiet and just nod silent encouragement.
Oh, that Nikki Grayson. Tisk, tisk. It's a trick question. Nikki never actually owned the place himself, did he?
I amaze myself with my ability to keep a straight face. Banger's less composed, squawking out an astonished cackle.
You've got me there. He never did pay it off, the poxy bastard. Fine then. Let's be about it.
Please, let me show you what these fine weapons are capable of.
Right. Be quick about it, or I'll skin you both with me pocket knife.
Well, you see, what's extraordinary about these particular firearms... you see, what's extraordinary about these particular firearms is, well, how much do you know about Aether dispersal?
The confusion on the Madrigal's faces shares a border with rage, and the map lines are quickly blurring. Nellie looks to...
Cool.
What she means to say is, one pull of the trigger, and whatever you're aiming at gets turned into tomato paste.
Yes, that's true, but think of the non-violent applications, which could open up potential career pathways not involving wanton murder.
Nah.
I
like tomato paste.
Okay. So we've got a deal?
Hold your horses, you mule and prat. I won't be rushed.
The kid and I watch in horror as Banger grabs one of the Aether guns. She hefts it with a cocky flourish, drawing guffaws from her mates. I try to run interference. So you're sourcing shooters from Marm now, eh, Banger? How's the old Frau looking these days? I hear she's on a drip feed of pure schnapps.
What'd you say?
Couldn't help but notice your Dreamland colors. Does the General know White Street's got a mole problem?
Fierce clever, this one. No, the big man's none the wiser. For now, that is. But when we rock up on his veranda with these beauties...
Banger spins around, aiming at a nearby crate and pulling the trigger. There's a pause, a weak puff of pink Aether exhaust, and... nothing. The crate stands resolutely intact. The silence that follows is heavy enough to crush the lungs. We're cooked.
What's this now? You trying to pull one over on us?
The Madrigals grip their iron tighter. Banger drops the Aether gun and hefts her steel cleaver. I've got half a second to make my move. It's now or never again. Every nerve in my body is screaming at me to move. But damn it, I made the kid a promise. I keep my stupid yap shut.
Please, Miss Banger. You're a rational person. Let's think about this.
No need. I believe I've made up me mind.
Wait, don't you realize what we're offering you? Sure, these might not be ideal as weapons, but with energy output like that, you could...
She leans down and gingerly lifts the gun Banger dropped. We all watch with dumb astonishment as she jams a cable from the gun into the motor of a nearby crane and connects the leads with the touch of a metal tool, which sets the crane whirring in a sudden screeching burst of electrical power. Like an ape tossing a beach ball, the crane flings the crate it's carrying across the warehouse. The Madrigals recoil as it smashes with terrific force against a metal bulkhead behind them, shattering into splinters. Nellie returns to Banger and tosses her the gun, which she catches only by automatic reflex. She doesn't speak. Nobody does.
With the cash you'll earn by selling these, you could buy enough guns to fill this entire warehouse. But I do hope you'll consider an alternate path.
Right. Well, fine then, I suppose.
Quick as silver, Banger's boys shuffle the crates away, and I find myself accepting a wad of cash from Banger like we're both in some kind of dream. The gang waves us off, and we start back to the car.
The deal went off without a hitch. You did wonderfully, Gia. And thank you.
Huh?
For trusting me.
Well, we all gotta start hustling somewhere. 8 shot.
Those things are effectively useless, so I don't feel too bad about it on the whole.
Right. Let's get out of here before Banger figures that out. Job's done. Let's get back to Tiana.
Alright, we got it done. Good job. Just dangerous. We have so far to go. I'm betting at least 3 encounters.
We approach a checkpoint manned by an overstaffed
You look like a fine, upstanding citizen. Move along.
Well, I have 0 heat, so I shouldn't be like stopped. So easy as pie, bitch.
Tiana is speaking into the mouth.
No, this is unacceptable. Our deal was for 20%.
She spots me and motions for me to make myself comfortable while she finishes up. I gladly oblige, sinking into the cushy leather of an armchair.
There's your mistake. You don't know me. Do not presume because I am polite and beautiful that I will hesitate to collect what is mine. Tell Victor I will visit him in 3 days.
She hangs up, breathing out hours of stress in a single sigh. She's instantly composed again. Hard day?
Oh, Mishichu. I didn't realize you cared. It's been harrowing. No one wants to work anymore.
Ha!
Fortunately, I have you.
Maybe if you kept your other pawns in the dark, they'd happily run off a cliff for you.
Have I upset you? You're sitting across from me now, are you not? You aren't a child. Do not whine like one.
These things are more than just pop guns. You could bring down an island with that kind of firepower. That doesn't bother you?
No, it does not. I know better than to visit the kitchen to see how the cow is butchered. I simply enjoy my steak.
Well, bully for you. Some of us still have a conscience, you know.
Ha! Come. Tell me how things went with the madrigals.
Smooth as silk. Even got a bit of help from the kid.
Really?
Yeah, she neutered the guns, but managed to convince Banger to buy them anyway.
Well. How remarkable.
I hand Tiana the wad of dough and wait patiently as she counts the bills. Satisfied?
Your payment, as promised.
I also managed to snag one of these. I pull out the red Aether gun I nicked from the train and place it on the table between us. It's
You show
I think it's best we let the kid handle it. She seems like the expert. What do you think this stuff is going to mean for the lowers?
Well, I do not have my great-grandmother's gift for sight, but my guess would be...
And you're comfortable with that?
Of course.
Think it was a mistake to leave Banger alive?
My father used to say, your enemies cannot hunt you if they're dead. I'm not sure I believe that. What do you believe?
I slide my hand into my coat pocket to hide the sudden tremble at my fingertips. I don't know.
Giovanna, I've never known you to look over your shoulder. Byrne is an angry pup. And you brought her to...
I get the feeling you're itching to tell me how you would have done things differently if you were me.
No need to be coy. If you're curious, I will tell you. The truth is, what's done is done. Everything else is smoke in the wind.
Gotta get going.
Always a pleasure.
I'm reaching for the door.
Try not to let that...
At that, I can't...
back so soon?
I found some things that are more...
And pray tell, what diamonds in the rough have you found, Mishichu?
That's all.
Looking for something.
Miss Randazzo, before I forget, another package.
Package?
Ain't my business.
You said another?
Yes, ma'am. That's the 5th one in 2 days. Here you are.
It's a big, mysterious wooden box. Where's Nellie?
I haven't seen her since this morning.
Damn it. I gotta find the kid. Better start asking around. Cress, you seen Nellie?
Yeah, I've seen her. Your client came in here asking for a place to stay. Brought rent and coffee. You're tense. Everything good?
No. I stalk the rows of I all but storm her lair. It's hot, the blood to my head.
Now for the... Oh, Gia! I'm so glad you came. I'm not finished setting up yet, but I'm getting close.
What the hell is all this?
I'm setting up shop. By shop, of course, I mean research laboratory.
Nellie's chalkboard is cramped. The corner's a hill's worth of...
So, what do you think?
A package arrived for me. If I had any doubts about who was using my name, they're stomped flat.
Oh, wonderful! That's the...
Nellie, why are you making orders under...
Oh, well, to stop the well, I need lab supplies. To get supplies... Oh dear. I'm sorry.
I slam the package on the table. The blast angry doesn't cover it. You can't go...
What? But other people call you that all the time. Like Bear. And Needles, too.
What do you think 8-shot means?
Well, your revolver has 7 shots, so...
You thought nothing. Didn't stop and think why people get heated over my name?
I didn't. I'm so sorry. I truly am. I had no idea it would cause you so much trouble.
Molten protest scorches my throat. I want to snarl where this oblivious airhead can stick her apology. But the word... You don't know anything. A sudden weight presses down on my shoulders. I barely feel the split. The job went sideways. Needles and I were moving cargo for a big shot. But we messed up. We drew fire and I had to make a call that cost us the cargo. It was my screw-up. But Zio Alfonso insisted he come along to give our client, Valentine, the bad news. He told me not to say a word. Not about the shipment, not about Needles. Not that I was the one behind the wheel. I've run through that day 1,000,000 times in my head. I should have had a back door. A way out when things turned sour. If only. The room was cold. Valentine sat there like a judge waiting for his end-of-day docket. He was calm at first. He asked what went wrong, whose fault it all was. Zio stepped forward, ready to take the blame. He tried to explain it all away. He could talk his way out of anything. Then, he couldn't. I don't remember the last thing he said before I felt his chest go still. Dark silhouettes slither out from the black spots in my vision. I see him on the floor. I feel the cold. I hear his last, frightened breath rattle out of his throat.
Chia, are you okay?
No.
Clean that up before you go. I don't want him staining the floor.
John Valentine, the butcher of Southtown, savior of the 7 uprisings, richer than kings. My big break. A man they said was untouchable. I decided to test that theory. I emptied my revolver into him, right there. I emptied every cylinder. All 7 shots hit their mark. But it wasn't enough. It was the 8th shot that turned me into the monster. My fingers twitch under a phantom recoil, kicking me back to the present. Instead of a skyscraper with 2 cooling bodies, I'm back in a dingy greenhouse with a wide-eyed girl.
What happened after that?
My fingers twitch again. I haven't missed a cigarette this much since my apartment flooded. Didn't end with Valentine. He wasn't a baron, but he was a man of the city in his own right. Enough people wanted him avenged.
And they're still after you? Is that why your name's so dangerous?
Not as much as there used to be, but I try not to invite trouble. I might have become 8-shot when I killed Valentine, but I hadn't cemented its meaning until I put enough bullets into everyone sent after me. I got out.
They just let you go? After you took out their employer?
Didn't realize their boss was dead yet. Probably thought he was the one holding the gun. And they were busy finishing up with someone else. I wasn't the only one who had to report in. Except while Zio and I got the big man, Needles had to answer to a knife. Neither of us walked out of there unscathed. Between the job gone wrong, Zio, Valentine's goons, and our falling out, Piotr had plenty of reason to be mad. I just hate that the reason he owed me his life was the same reason he resented me. I lost my rep, my name. That's what. In this line of work, all it takes is one bad job to wipe years of goodwill.
But that's not fair. He killed your uncle.
Think about it, Professor. If one of your colleagues snapped and killed the Dean, you think anyone would care why?
I suppose not.
That's right. Because as far as anyone cares, I screwed up a job and killed my client. That's enough to scare off anyone. And while some respect the name, most don't. Sure, it might have some pull in this part of town, but it's not a badge of honor. It's a reminder of one of the darkest days in my life.
Oh, Chia. I'm so sorry.
She smiles and the sun comes out. The dark days of the past fade back where they belong.
And I'll register an official address and sign for my own packages from now on.
You better, Principessa.
Damn, that's a dark story.
Yes?
I thought you lost your money with the briefcase. Where'd you get the cash for this place?
I earned it. I might not have your talent for smuggling, but no one in the hole knows Aethonics like me. Compared to solving Morrison's experiment, fixing a light or a wire is trivial. And sometimes I make shopping runs or watch pets.
And no one's given you any trouble?
Well, not everyone's friendly, but whenever things start turning ugly, I just say I know 8. I know you, and they leave me alone. You're pretty famous around here, you know.
Not necessarily the best way to deal with it, but okay.
Doubt this place is what you're used.
It's nice. It's so exciting.
A lab, huh?
Yes. One. At the very.
Just don't break any wind.
Let me know if there's anything I can do to.
Okay.
That's the last of the jobs I had lined up. I should catch up with.
Yeah, we did all the side quests, so.
Stravo.
That's all?
So long.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, I think I did everything, so. Fuck it. Let's just go.
Stravo. If you can't find someone to clear out the warehouse before they arrive, I expect you have the survival instinct to do it yourself. Prioritize guns, clean water, anything that can be moved quickly. Ah, Stravo, Giovanna. Come. I'll open the wine.
Tiana used to trade her imported smokes for information mixed with good conversation. When I converted the cigarettes into a demon on my back, we swapped vices. I take my seat while Tiana produces a bottle with just the right number of zeros attached to it. She starts me off with a finger's worth. How much did you make up our last chat again?
Don't pout. You know the rules. You supply the conversation, I supply the wine.
Fine. What do you want to know this time?
Tell me, how is White Street?
You should already know. You've got people out there.
Oh,
Getting a lot of
Giovanna.
sass from the cat.
I do not hire them for their conversational skills. Paint me a picture of it all.
A thought occurs to me at the same time a grin escapes the corner of my mouth. You're blind. You really don't know.
I see more than you do, Machichu.
Zio Alfonso always said he was busiest during wartime. I'm starting to see why.
Busy is good, no? You have been short on work since that unpleasantness with Valentine.
I've got a little cash saved up now, and I'm rebuilding my rep after those last few jobs. I should be able to find some work when things really kick off.
If you can keep that heart of yours locked up, you and I should make some good money in the next few months.
I recline back and raise a lazy salute with my glass, imagining a more comfortable life just out of reach. It would take time getting back to where I was, but this was a start. She refills my glass, and we share a drink over chatter, though it's not long before I find a common thread woven within her questioning. I know I haven't traveled much lately, but I do know more than just White Street. What are you not telling me? Her manicured finger dances around the rim of her glass, while her silent eyes dangle my own question in the air in front of me like string on a cat's nose.
Ah, you are a good investment, Mishichu. And this information is old anyway.
How generous of you.
Not at all. You're lucky, you know, that you finished your business in White Street when you did. An order went out last night. All able-bodied citizens are to report for draft.
I feel a black glove yank my stomach into my throat. It started like this last time, too.
Those who do not report are to be considered disloyal.
Eli's starting another purge. I need to talk to Cress. You don't seem too cut up about the whole thing. A pained expression contorts her face. She puffs on her cigarette petulantly.
Don't be cruel.
And you knew, didn't you? Before the order even came out. You couldn't have given me a heads up? Even Cress? Or were you too busy?
Do not make me the villain, Giovanna. You were down there. If you didn't see what has been obvious for some time, that is on you.
That's fair. Well, shitty is fair.
You know more than you're letting on.
Yes.
Tiana, please. Cress has people down there. Her narrowed eyes soften.
I know the shooting has already started. I know White Street soldiers are going door to door in the civilian districts. I know that Eli intends this to be his final purge. If Cress has anyone left over there, now would be the time to get them out.
I think of the Raymond district, and tell myself Needles would have run before the first shot. If the Whitecaps are in the civilian districts, it won't be long before they delve into the Undercity.
Fair enough.
My heart floods into my eye. Deaf and blind, I skid through the door to find her hunched over a table, staring at a radio all gone to static. Cress, I just heard from Tiana. It's Eli.
I know.
She's unfocused, agitated, uneasy. Dust meanders in and out of the void between us. What does she mean? Why is she just standing there?
I have another job for you. Pays well. More than anything you've taken since your uncle died. Do it, and I consider us even. For all of it.
Cress?
It's my sponsor. And me. We need you to go back into White Street.
Uh-oh.
Look, Cress. I can't stay in the dark about this any longer. I risked my neck over that prison break. I did that for you. Not some anonymous backseat driver with cash to blow.
Quit pushing it. When everything is over, I'll tell you what you want to know.
Why all the secrecy? This guy threatening you?
No, it's not like that. You'll understand when you meet him. You can shake the answers out of him then. He's a good man, but right now, people need our help.
She's
Fair.
right. If I'm taking this job, we're on a tight deadline. But I can't stop that uneasy itch from spreading over my whole body. Cress, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Fair. Okay.
Where's the pickup location? If they're too deep in White Street, it'll be near impossible getting to them.
In the civilian district, there's an old theater. From before Eli banned screenings that weren't propaganda reels. The Western.
I map it out in my head. Sounded doable at least. Less impossible than the other parts of White Street during a purge. Low priority area, less security, lots of routes in and out. Who are these people? And why are they on Eli's hit list?
They're disloyal. Aethenians and others. White Street nobodies. They'd be under notice if Eli wasn't cleaning house. His new weapons? Finally ready for war. So he's removing any chance of a two-front fight.
If they're high on his list, he might be sending more firepower than I can handle.
I'm not asking you to take on an army. Just to pick up and run. As fast as you can.
Okay, Cress. We'll get them out.
Come on. We need to be there yesterday. Make sure everything's ready to go. We can't afford to detour.
Alright, let's boogie.
Smoke rises in the distance.
The Western is over there.
We need to be careful. Stay close.
Okay.
No. Not again.
Hey.
Everything is still. A picture of
Get some sleep.
devastation. The smoke, the bodies, the amber light
understand how it
casting
is.
shadows on shades of gray. Nellie, stay here. I'm going to check if anyone's still alive. Cress? She's already moving. Wordlessly racing from body to body. As though there was still time to do anything.
People would be dead. They cooked.
A young boy. No more than
Sadly.
16. His eyes pale and white. He stares up unendingly into an iron sky. This city has a saying. We all gotta take the final ferry trip someday. I can't give them much, but maybe I can pay their last fare. I flip his coin high, following the arc of his final gaze.
That's sad.
The tall man is dead. I flip his fare. Enough lead was poured into the building. I lean too close. I gently flip her coin. Movement from the epicenter.
You. I remember you.
Hi, friend.
I had expected a smell. Shuffled steps echo in a lonely, offbeat march. But it's the breathing, thin and slow, like a whisper carried by the breeze, that tells me she's already dead.
Oh no.
Came.
Her solemn advance is halted by a short wobble and the start of an inevitable fall.
Don't do this
Cress's
to me.
arms catch her before she hits ground.
Maria! Maria! What happened here? Where is...
Eli. He wanted the underground.
No, this wasn't supposed to happen.
You have to stop him.
Cress moves to say something in return. Anything at all. To speak some final words with her friend. Maria doesn't notice. She's become a recording, determined to play back her message one last time.
He's going to...
She panics as urgency spills out the few heartbeats she has left. Cress pulls the body into her arms.
Alex, is he...
I look at the body that was once a tall man with blue overalls. There's barely enough to call it a person. But deep down, I know whose pale eyes died reaching for the sky.
Alex!
Oh no. No.
We have him. Don't worry. Cress looks at me like a newly born ghost might regard the Reaper. With fear, anger, and relief.
And the baby?
I am heavy.
Baby.
I am the trembling iron ground. I am a warm corpse with no words of comfort.
Baby's all right.
Her final comfort given, Cress closes Maria's eyes and puts her to rest with her husband and friends.
I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah?
Cress, look, I get it. But first,
need a
we need to
plan.
get out of here. We'll come up with a plan later.
I got a plan. It involves taking the bastard out before he kills any more of us.
You're not thinking straight. There's an army between you and him. Eli's got a cannon that can take out a crowd in a single shot. Even if you get to him, how are you getting out?
Let me worry about that. You wanna walk? Fine. The job's over. But I wasn't doing this for money. So unless you're helping, get out of the way.
I could argue all I want. Tell her I was looking out for her. Try to stop her. It wouldn't change a thing. Just make me a hypocrite. I watch her drive off, not knowing if I'd ever see her again.
Oh no.
One last enough lead was empty-handed, smoke fading. I start back towards the car and Nellie. I'm still among the wreckage when the air comes alive. White Street engines growl from every angle.
Gia!
I brake for the car, but their headlights rush me, fencing me in. A harsh beam splits the path between me and Nellie. No time to get to the car. Not without us both getting caught.
Nellie, get out of here!
But Gia!
Drive!
The kid's fighting fresh tears, but she's smart. She takes the wheel. The car lurches down the street like a wounded animal while I throw the Whitecaps as sacrificial lamb. As they pull up, I step into the spotlight.
Well, you showed up after all. A little disappointed, if I'm being honest. I thought the boss behind these traitors would be tougher.
Look, fellas, I don't know who you think I am, but...
Save it for the General. He's been wanting to speak to you for a long time. And don't worry about those friends of yours. They'll be joining you soon.
I'm bound and thrown headfirst into the back of a dark lockbox. Muffled voices drift in through rusted steel.
I thought we were looking for a rat. She don't have vermin eyes.
Don't be stupid. Who puts rats in charge?
The door of my prison is thrown open to a blinding light and a company of stoic soldiers.
Move!
Damn, they got me.
The Overlook sits under the crushing shadow of Eli's citadel, surveying the civilian district. Several guards, the general, and a sterile white place setting of fine china and silver contrast the gloom.
On your knees.
Dog.
If I can just get the unfeeling steel pulls... One look at me and the general's teacup comes down with a decisive clink.
The spirited lieutenant from the gala.
Yes.
Of course. You were foolish to show yourself, but I respect a leader who commands from the front.
Yeah, I was at your gala. Someone paid me to sneak in, but it's got nothing to do with any rebellion.
You seem to believe confessing to a lesser crime will spare you. You're wrong.
Look, General, you looking for a rebel leader? You got the wrong woman. I mean, look at me. The General holds up his gloved hand, gently, commanding silence while pulling me into its gravity. His eyes analyzed me sharply before turning to look across the civilian district.
It was many years ago now. I'd watch as my fellow comrades refused to amputate their diseased limbs. It was too much for them. Too terrible to consider losing an arm or leg, thinking it would all get better on its own. I thought those men cowards. I loved them, but thought them short-sighted. But now, I must admit, compassion for them. Understanding.
He turns back to me and lowers his cup.
Weird.
A small clink accenting his words.
I see now that I am guilty of that same cowardice. Every time I removed insurrection, disease from my barony, I feared cutting too far. I hoped you all would see. But today, I make things right.
By burning down theaters?
By burning away all traces of infection that you spread. You've seen the destruction around Santa Anita. Another mistake from cowardice. I attempted peace once. I will not make the same mistake twice.
That wasn't me, buddy.
Clowns out of my intelligence officers stationed at the scrapyard. You disrupted our supply line and threw priceless cargo to a pack of thugs. You and your accomplice sabotaged a night meant to honor good men and women. You even brought a Heights assassin to bear. And while the symptoms of the infection that can be alleviated, traitors can be executed, additional weapons can be manufactured, assassins can be imprisoned. But this little insurrection of yours
Insurrection,
has
damn.
proven difficult to cure until now.
Oh, that's a high fucking roll.
That's a hell of a list. What makes you so sure I did it?
You made an impression on one of my intelligence officers, Officer Randall Pitt.
Damn, he
He
got me.
suspected something amiss with you and your sister. Upon further investigation, he found irrefutable proof of your illicit dealings. At every one of these incidents, a woman matching your description was at its center.
I don't know any assassin. If you're counting my crimes, at least attribute them correctly.
You would disown your comrade so quickly?
Look, I don't have the slightest idea what you're talking about. He slams his fist on the table, snarling and puffing out his chest.
He killed 30 of my men during the arrest. 30.
Who?
He will rot inside a metal box until I send him wrapped in
Is it
iron
nails?
back to old New York.
My mouth dries up faster than a snake stuck in the high noon Egyptian sun. A bullet to the back of the head is suddenly a rosy idea next to the risk of a coffin drop.
Let's try it. Oof.
Who let an assassin run rampant? Who let...
You ask questions I already know the answer to. I blame the disease. I don't fault my arms and legs for failing when they are attacked so mercilessly from within.
If your mind's made up, why am I still breathing? You need something, or your men would have shot me on the street.
After the Philippines, I promised my men a home. That
That's
one
fair.
day, we could lay down arms and enjoy the remainder of our lives in peace, for the sake of those no longer with us. I believe, with your help, that day is within our grasp.
What do you need me for? He pulls out a leather notebook. The last time I saw, it was in the hands of Tobias Dufresne.
My men took this from your assassin. I'm told it suggests how to manipulate the well. Answer me. What are these? The musings of a lunatic. Schemes for a new weapon.
A frigid shiver attacks my flesh from neck to ankle. The answer is a long shot, but it's the only card I have left. All right, that's research from the heights. The well's expanding. It's growing fast and it's going to get bad. According to those heights scientists, the well's going to take down the whole lowers. Someone's working on a fix, but they need that device.
An unlikely story. But I have no choice but to believe it.
You understand the journal then. You don't seem all too surprised what you found in there.
Whoever you got these from, I assure you, they are not the only one working on such things. White Street is familiar with Aether's side effects. Headaches, mania, sickness. We discovered as the well grew, the strength of the wasting did also.
That's not
good. To combat it, I made us strong again. Once we had united the lowers, we would have led the search for a cure together. But now,
the galaxy.
A cure has come to us.
Oh?
Yeah, but it's all fantasy unless you know how to use it. Give me the book. You'll never hear from me again, and I'll throw in fixing the well for free.
You misunderstand. I believe you, but I cannot let you live. You have killed my men, sowed discord at every corner of this barony.
Bro, I've not killed any of your men. Wow.
You cannot live. You are the disease.
He turns to the civilian district, chest out, welcoming a crisp breeze. His guards snap to attention in anticipation for some unknown cruelty.
And I can no longer suffer the limb that gives the disease shelter.
Uh-oh.
Like a conductor masterfully controlling his orchestra, the general raises his hand. In the distance, blazes begin to erupt all across the civilian district.
Oh no.
Like fireflies dancing on a mass grave.
With this, White Street will no longer be impeded. We will reclaim all that was once ours and save the lowers. Unfortunately, you will not live to see such a world. But you will have a swift death.
He snaps his fingers, and by speechless command, his guards move forward. I feel a barrel press against the back of my head.
Oh, fuck.
I think of Zio Alfonso facing Valentine's gun. Zio believed he could talk his way out of everything. The gun cocks. The fires and the screams and the crumbling buildings feel muted, making way for the bang that never comes. Hissing shrieks fill the air. Every pipe on the roof bursts, flooding the veranda and crashing into White Street's discipline like a wave through a sandcastle.
What's happening? Come to the general! Idiots! Back into position, now!
While everyone's scrambling to order, no one hears the scrape of a grate or the emergence of a glowing-eyed specter. In that moment, Cress Carter is every Aether Rat horror story. Vengeful, silent, murderous, the harbinger of a brutal ending.
Oh wow.
Then those pale eyes see me, and the mask splits. I see a Cress on the cusp of her revenge, and a Cress realizing how badly I need her help. She only has time to be one. My soul curls.
Take your shot,
inside.
Cress.
Deep down, I know that Cress deserves her revenge as much as I did. I nod towards Eli, head as heavy as a gavel. Instead, she pulls me from the soldiers.
Brace yourself.
Shouts and a shot chase us through the thinning steam to the open grating and into darkness. I nearly bite through my lip, fighting a scream when we hit hard tunnel flooring. But I hold it long enough for Cress to slide the grating back. The ropes are barely off before those glowing pale eyes round on me.
Damn it, Gia! I had him! I was close! I had him! What the hell happened? I leave you alone for 5 minutes?
Told you
and
to
your
take a
damn
shot,
client's
girl.
throttling your car? And screaming about how you've been arrested. If she hadn't drove full speed in the wrong direction, she would have run into a full squad of whitecaps instead of me. What in the hell are you?
They jumped me at the pickup after you left. They were looking for some rebel group. Cress, you're not the leader they're looking for, are you?
No, I'm...
Our time's cut short by a mob of boots pounding the tunnel walls. We gotta move. Where's Nellie?
Keeping the car warm. Be ready to take over. Driving really isn't something you should ever let her do again.
I'd seen how many soldiers Eli had. I'd seen how set he was on my execution. Ready or not, we weren't getting out of White Street without a fight.
Time to roll, boys.
Damn fool. I would have given you a kinder end, but you forced my hand. To save White Street, I must forsake leniency.
You don't know a damn thing about leniency.
Another Aether rat. If you give up your co-conspirators, I'll spare Samuel Lowe from questioning.
I'll kill you first.
Get it.
Going soft, General?
Damn, I want to undo that. Oh, fuck, whatever.
Today I make things right. Today your insurrection ends. For
Okay, we should just be safe there.
Damn tyrant.
Heard. Uh-oh. Okay. Damn straight, bitch. Got him. Bitch.
You fought your last battle, old man.
Remove the safety. Ow. Okay, that guy's not the guy we need to worry about. Oh god, why is it doing it like this? Okay, hold on. Yeah, our own car. Oh, he saved his ally. He's able to drop far back though. Ow. You motherfucker.
Circuits are melting! Gia, if he uses that cannon any longer, he'll...
Better him than us.
No! He removed the power limiter!
What's that mean?
It's releasing an astronomical amount of energy and overheating the engine. He's hurting himself every time he uses that cannon.
Then all we gotta do is outlast him.
Okay. Got him. I don't think there's anything I can do to help. Suspenseful noises.
This can't be. I have a destiny. White Street has a destiny.
You're the one who started this battle, buddy.
Half the car is gone, vaporized into nothing. What remains of the weapon, the journal of research, and the blood-stained tyrant lies unrecognizable, twisted within a tangle of aether and iron.
He deserved worse.
I know, but we can't stick around. We gotta get out of White Street.
That's fair.
A barren seat going empty never ends with peace. Eli's death is going to set the lowers on fire.
Boy. We can just take it all and then we'll figure it out.
There's no ticker tape or cheering crowd waiting for us back at the hole. Only quiet shadows and an escape from a corner of the world turned upside down. Cress slips away, leaving me and Nellie under a cloud of uncertainty.
Oh, Gia, I'm so glad you're alive. I didn't want you to die.
The kid is barely out of the car before her arms are around my neck and she buries her head in my coat. A somber mumble creeps out from under the silent tears and rough leather.
If Eli is no longer in charge, what happens to White Street? I know elections aren't common down here, but surely there must be some kind of succession plan.
I gently disengage from the kid. Nothing pleasant. Lowers barons usually stay in charge until they're bumped off. Only a few stick around long enough to think about passing it on. Fewer actually do. The general had a chain of command, but no official successor. Knowing White Street, their leadership will fight it out, if the other baronies don't move in on them first.
But they don't... The war won't keep going, will it?
Yeah, probably.
What do you think was going to happen, kid? Eli dies and all his people drop their guns? Everyone around them forgets decades of violence?
No, I know full well this isn't a comic book. I just hoped...
We took away their toy. That's better for everyone. It's not much consolation, but it's enough to stoke a dying spark into a hopeful little flame.
That's right. I checked the weapon myself. Its core components were damaged beyond repair, so the chances of anyone using it again should be impossible. More importantly, it made me realize something. All my calculations about the well, I think they've been off.
You missed something.
No! Maybe. I hadn't considered red aether. It was banned. And it's terribly inefficient. So much of the energy just spilling out.
The gears are already back to work, filling Nellie's head with something other than a blown-out theater, dead friends, and smoldering islands. I hear a clatter from the garage, and wonder if Cress is trying to do the same. I should check on her. find Cress back under her junker. She usually handles it with a steady hand and a rhythmic bang of tools. Right now, the wrench moves a step too quick, jerking the car into the occasional convulsing shake.
Buzz off, Gia. I'm busy.
Sure you should be working right now?
What else should I be doing? Having a drink? So what if Eli's dead? I can't celebrate. I messed up, and people are dead.
You didn't pull the trigger. You didn't kill those people.
I got them involved. I made them a target. I never should have let them help with the escape. We both know you don't beat barons by playing fair. But what difference does it make? All those tyrants need is to snap their fingers, and everyone you love is gone.
Cress, I know what you're thinking, but you can't go there.
That's the problem. I wasn't thinking. I should have grabbed them sooner. Asked Iron Hand for help. I should have left you out of it. They were gonna shoot you, and it would have been my fault. I dragged you into this whole mess.
She fights with something deep under the car. I eye the lift for the rusted junker nervously as it gives a warning groan. It echoes in the garage like a crack before an avalanche. I grab a spare creeper and roll under the car beside Cress. Her eyes remain fixed to some rusty bolt, but as the creaking of the jack becomes distant, her shoulders loosen.
Hand me that wrench. The one to your left. The bolts, too.
I grab her what she needs, and she continues to work, seemingly on nothing.
We'll stay silent for
I
now.
never told you how I got out of my contract.
You threatened to break my jaw for asking too many personal questions when we first met, remember?
That's true.
The first crack of joy on a bleak day, before silence swallowed it back up. She pauses and rolls out from under the car. I follow. Without the massive weight above us, we breathe in unison. I motion towards the corner where some old crates just need a quick rearrangement for an improvised chair. She falls onto her seat, as if an invisible hand were shoving her downward.
Two barons were fighting. No relation to White Street. Just another pair of tyrants playing tug-of-war over our island. They fought for a whole year. Banners and contract terms changed every few months. Nothing new. Until those bastards decided to hit the generators. Topsiders ran. We stayed. Our contracts don't give us a choice. And the Terriers locked the doors.
Oh no.
Who cares if rats die or
That's
get
fucked.
hurt? As long as the rest of you keep flying.
She runs a thumb along the curve of her metal wrist, eyes distant.
When an island begins to fall, it starts with a terrible metal screaming. You can't yell. You can't hear yourself. Then the generators fail, and everything is quiet. It's a terrible quiet. Worse than the screaming.
You're not useless, Cress. The whole island was falling. What could you do?
The whole island was falling because it was my station. It was me. What I couldn't do. After that, every shift changed. Every missed quota. Every job I couldn't finish. The looks I got because I was half a person. I was dead weight. They were just too nice to say it.
Wow. It's fucked.
No warring barony should have left their generators unguarded. Even the hull goes out of its way to protect theirs.
They did, but no defense is perfect. Like at the tomb. Be stubborn enough and everything's got a weak spot. Ours was several layers of iron getting blasted over and over until something gave.
But the generator turned back on.
I tried everything.
She shrugs her shoulder and holds up her metal arm in the dim light.
Finally, it started working again.
And that got you out of your contract.
No, that was my parents. I had 40 years left, plus another 10 for letting the generators fail.
Yikes.
My parents didn't want me dying like that. Stuck in some iron coffin as it fell to the ground. Iron Hand found a loophole in my contract. With us changing hands so often during the war, someone had got sloppy. Left in something that would allow me to transfer my years to family.
And that's how you landed in the hole in the underground.
Eventually, the hole needed a mechanic. Didn't matter what color the eyes were. The underground came later, and they didn't care either. They just wanted people willing to fight to change the world. But I messed that up too. I couldn't help Alex and Maria, or anyone else in the theater. So yeah, I can't fix a damn thing.
So what, you planning on staying down here forever?
Got any better ideas?
Start by accepting you're not a comic hero. Even Cloud Captain would have put the cape up if he'd been through half of what you have.
So you're saying to give up?
What I'm saying is you can't stop everything, Cress. Eli, the theater, a crumbling island, a war, none of that's on you.
I'll think about it, maybe. But anyway, I'm not what you should be most worried about. You killed a Baron today.
I didn't do anything. Eli blew himself up.
That's not what people saw. You took him on, and then he blew up. People aren't gonna look any further than that.
Her words hit the mark. I could shoot up goons all day and it wouldn't scare off a single good job. But someone
That's
who
true.
mattered. Killing Valentine had turned me from reliable to bloodthirsty killer. Killing a Baron would make me a rabid dog in need of being put down. I pulled myself up after Valentine. I'll figure something out.
You need more than that.
Yeah? I'm dry on favors, and Mr. Blanc doesn't work with liabilities.
Just meet me at the lighthouse. I might have something for you.
Okay. Got him. Wasn't expecting an achievement there, but cool enough. Just to meet her at the lighthouse. Oh, that lighthouse. Okay. Alright, I think that's a good stopping point for now, or at least just to take a break. Because I am getting hungry. But I will talk to you guys later, and hopefully